All right, so welcome back to, finally, once again, a scene from Lost Cub, set in our beautiful, beautiful home out at the, well, not up in the mountains, but down in the mountains, in fact. Our lovely snow-struck landscape, broken up by this giant fuck-off mansion. There's a number of cars. There is at least one RV parked out, well, somewhere on the property. Far enough to be out of sight of the windows, not far enough to be a serious issue. And within resides our baby wolves. So what? In the wake of that violent thing, all this training that Anton's been getting up to, all this psych he's been building, what else you getting up to there, buddy?
Eventually he's just gonna look around, light a cigarette, and I imagine Bill's flop somewhere, being Bill.
Bill's outside snooping and pooping.
And eventually they'll walk out as he, lights a cigarette in the house and looks around. Waits for Bill to casually come back because doesn't want fucking Hazel to get suspicious.
Then you really wouldn't want to just walk up and there's Bill taking a shit in the woods.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, but you've got a bathroom, but Bill wants to go out into the snow and poop.
I mean, if he's already out there and he's a wolf, he's just going to shit in the woods.
Bill's made progress this day.
But yeah, Anton will wait for Bill to return, and when Bill pads up or walks up or whatever the fuck Bill is doing, he'll just say, "We got to get a fucking move on these people.
Snow's coming."
Yeah, that's why we got to get a fucking move on with these people.
Yeah.
Now we can drag the Fun Brigade with us, but honestly, it wasn't the Fun Brigade that was killing all those people. That was you and me.
I can only think of one of them that would have a stomach for it.
Yeah, probably. And do we really want to be distracted by her fawning over a dead body? Like I said, if we want to get at these people, we gotta start getting aggressive.
The thing that bothers me is where's all their shit coming from? It's not here. It's apparently contested for them.
That's what I'm wondering. Now, my guess is they make it at their little, whatever the fuck hideout they have. But if they're bringing it in state, well, we could disrupt that, couldn't we?
We could. I don't even know if we're just pulling the cork off a big bottle or what.
Well, let's look at our options. Claps his hands together. We can either let the snow come up and that, house up. We've got enough defenses here, and we've got enough little quirks here to make this place pretty securable. The snow will quirk up and people will start relaxing. They'll eventually try and take a shot at us. And we're not built for that kind of warfare yet. How many of these kids have survived the snow in here doing all this type of shit? None of them are ready. So we're going to have to pick strategic. So we have phones that we got. What have we got from them? We'll take, reach over and probably have, I imagine they have coffee, so he'll probably be holding a mug.
I mean, jack shit so far.
Okay.
We got lucky last time. Signal up here is abysmal.
Well, what we could do is... And can I roll a wit streetwise, Katie, on the specific name of Anthony and what I would know as well about the general, his happenings and goings, particularly around the Roanoke area?
Sure.
Okay. With quick thinking, I think that would be 4 successes.
I mean, even 3 is pretty good, so all right. So based on the people you talk to, between things that Becca's mentioned offhand, things that you've pulled out of Hazel, he is not a stick around kind of figure. You get the impression he probably works a route So he probably goes back, stocks up, and then with a disgusting amount of product, rolls around, selling it first to the dealers for whatever cut they get, and picking up the profits from the last round, and continues this route. Probably with a crowd, probably with some backup. Trying to remember.
And the next question.
But yeah, it's pretty much, you get the impression he works a route, and having talked to Becca and Hazel enough times, he hits Blacksburg, he hits Roanoke.
Now the next question is, considering what we did to that group that came, what's been the effect on that? On him and his movements as well?
I mean, they have about 14 less enforcers.
Now he'll list off what he knows to Bill as well. So Blacksburg, Roanoke. He's gonna have to resupply and re-up. Now he's gonna have people with him. But if we can intercept him mid-transition, we've got him. But the question is, we gotta know where he's gonna be.
Which, fuck.
Yeah, also you get the impression, by the way, it's things like he goes down the Lime, the mountain ridge, so he hits he actually deviates probably enough to hit Charlottesville, but it's Harrisonburg, Charlottesville, Lynchburg, Roanoke, Blacksburg, just right down the fucking mountains.
Now I could ask the girl in there, but she's bottom of the food chain.
She's probably not going to know.
Nods. That's what I'm thinking.
And that's probably the point.
Yep.
Honestly, they're probably counting on hearing back from those people. There's no telling whether or not they've just turtled up. I would if somebody, I don't know, wiped my death squad out.
I do have a way that I could know. He'll take out his phone. And he'll ring Renee.
And assuming you've done so at a properly late enough hour.
Yeah.
There's a couple rings before she finally, picks up. Well, imagine hearing from you so directly.
Oh, well, considering I'm supposed to be a dead man, definitely.
I hear that's not how that went down.
No, but I hear that's a very big problem that's landed in your lap.
Oh, it's not my problem.
It's
Her
about
problem.
to be. It's about to be your entire organization's problem when I'm done.
Here, I thought we had an understanding.
Oh, we had an understanding. Until she broke it. See, she came for my people. A lot of guns.
She wasn't part of the understanding between you and me.
Oh no, but she's added a little equation into the mix because, well, thankfully I was always prepared. But if I'm gone, well, then you won't have your understanding. And you won't have the things you need. And, well, let's put it this way. It's just going to fuck up our business deal in the foreseeable future. So we can either work on a new deal or, well, you can give me what I need. Because I'm done playing games.
There's a thoughtful little pause. You can hear her kind of licking her teeth. What do you need?
Yeah. I need the route of one of our main men. His name is Anthony. I need the route that he takes. I need where he's going to be. I need a location of where her fucking hideout is.
Didn't you already take him out?
No. It kind of frowns. Pinks. I don't think we did take Anthony out.
See, I hear he and his guys up and disappeared not too long ago.
Oh, out of character. Oh, that was Anthony. I actually did not realize. See, there were so many names.
You can tell she's doing that thing where she's looking at her fingernails. Can't imagine how that happened.
Really? Fine. than the one that what's his name? Yosef?
Oh, he's a harder catch. He doesn't spend as much time away, but I'm sure you could pull it off. After all, you've
Well, I
been
need
so
some.
lucky.
Well, considering I will need where he is.
Hmm. Well, I'm sure you, of course, took your sweet time with Anthony and found out all sorts of things.
I imagine I did.
Like how they've gone in, taken a nice bit of property over in West Virginia, set up their whole establishment.
Where
A lot of
exactly
people
in
ask
West Virginia?
questions out in West Virginia.
Where exactly in West Virginia, though? You know, I do get so seldom forgetful.
Mm, there's a big spot. You know the one over east of Somersville. Nice big area in the mountains, not a lot of people.
Wonderful.
And who in the world would think to look out there?
Excellent. It's a good thing I remembered that.
Very lucky.
Uh, you're welcome, by the way.
Am I?
I covered up the mess. Because I get it that you don't want anybody knowing what was going on up in that little house of ours. A problem for us is a problem for you.
I suppose.
Oh, well, considering we took care of all the evidence, that keeps you nice and safe. Remember that.
And you like as you're chit chatting with her, your phone like does the little like whatever it does, bloop or vibrate as you get a message.
You look at it. Probably put the phone on speaker as he's looking.
And what you'll get is essentially oh, I'm gonna be a troll. Hold on. We're gonna make this good. Copy. Throw it real quickly into here. Oh, let's be a troll about it. 1 second. Just size that up. Come on now. My tablet is not behaving. That'll work. Quickly crop this. And yeah, what she sends you is essentially this little map screen cap.
Where?
About like so.
Oh. He looks at it. Huh. So, I hear fires are pretty common out that area.
It's a real shame what can happen when the weather's dry enough.
Yep. Well, I'm glad we have that understanding.
Be a shame to see what happened with an enclave like that and all the volatile chemicals they have a tendency to keep around.
Anything else I need to know about? People they keep.
There's a pause. kind of people.
Any one of mine.
Shouldn't be anything of yours there.
And if there's any people there.
I don't imagine anyone who you would find working there is really themselves anymore.
Well then, fires are such a terrible thing.
Tragic, really.
Just nods. Well, I'll speak to you soon.
Look forward to the next call. Hopefully on better terms.
Oh, of course. As he hangs up the phone, turns around to Bill. We got an address.
You still there, Bill?
Yes.
Looks over. We got an address.
Okay.
Just show the screen cap and point. Far out of the way in West Virginia. Not a lot of people ask any questions. Using
Well,
property, probably to do more of their shipments, probably even make the stuff. Any people there? They're not worth saving.
well, damn.
So we've got the green light to go full, burn the place down.
Okay.
I would say he looks over his shoulder, almost conspiratorially. We shouldn't bring Becca in on this.
No, absolutely not.
I reckon this be a you and me job. People ask. Well, come up with a lie.
We'll go by Five Guys on our way back.
Just nods. All right, get some of the guns. Get some of the things to cover our faces. If there are some people that we think we can save, we'll see what we can do. We don't let them see our faces.
All right.
And then Anton will walk off and pick up one of. I imagine what he's going to pick up is, you know what? He's going to take that fucking sniper rifle that you're almost fucking trying to pop him with, and take whatever ammo was left over of that. Takes a balaclava. Probably takes one of the crow fucking spray painted ones over his face and all that. And yeah, he'll take Becca's car.
Stealing Becca's car. So mean.
She told him he could. She told him he could do that.
I know. She did. Bill, what are you grabbing, if anything?
What do we got?
At this point, I feel like Anton actually knows better than I do.
We've got 2 sniper rifles, 3 assault rifles, primarily AK-47s, 2 shotguns, 10 handguns, and 5 knives.
Jesus.
All right, I'll take an assault rifle. That'll be it. I mean, obviously with extra bullet.
Yeah, same here. I took the sniper rifle with extra bullet, and I'll probably take a knife, just to be, because you never know when you're gonna fucking need one.
We all know Bill's MO. If things really go pear-shaped, he's just gonna go Krynos and kill everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. I can imagine it. All right. And you're hopping into Becca's car?
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, boyos, are you doing anything else to prep up before you get out that way, or are you just going on a nice car trip?
I don't think we have anything Talon's wise, so I think the only thing I will be prepping is Probably when I get closer to the vicinity, I will spend the willpower point for whisper catching. And
I'm going to go out and say that the whole point of the guy's breath is to be used. So I'm going to assume that I'm going to artistically assume that Abby has stuck them somewhere so that people know where they are.
that's the thing. Like I don't know what the story is with that because it's never been said.
She basically handed them out. Actually, I think Sage handed them out to you guys before. So I mean, they're
Cool.
these little pink rocks.
So I'll take. You can take them as many per gnosis, can't you?
Mhm.
I'll take 4 of them then. Per
Jesus.
4 gnosis.
I think that's about as many as she has. So I'll have to check her inventory.
I'll probably spend the rage point for city running now, just in case. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can. Absolutely.
And then I'll roll all my other stealth shit, like when we're obviously, doing the creep and all that shit. And I'll drop a willpower point for whisper catching.
All right. In the meantime, nice little scenic drive. It would be really nice if my pictures would load. There we go. Ugh.
Duh.
Snare. So I'm going to let you two chit chat for a minute, and I'm going to quickly order food because we need some. So give me just a second.
So we're driving down the mountain.
Yeah.
Cool. Let me get something that's not a business suit. We're really starting to exit the true era of business, Bill. Let's go back in time a little bit to this sad motherfucker.
Oh my goodness.
And, they're in the car, and it's the thing where you're initially cold, so you turn up the heat way higher than any advisable amount of heat should ever be turned up. And then you regret it, and you turn it all the way back, and you realize you've kind of come around the bend because now you've turned it on to cooling. And that's uncomfortable. So now we're just on a fucking seesaw of human air conditioning. Bill forlornly looks out the window and realizes that they're really doing this and they're really up a mountain and they're really, really about to head into even worse roads. The ones they're already on.
Anton's just lighting a cigarette slowly as he's driving.
We are about to blow up a meth lab in West Virginia.
Yeah, we are. But this isn't a meth lab.
But what is it then?
Look over. It's probably a meth lab, but it could be the place where she sleeps too.
That's a fight on our hands.
That's why we take it slow. Take it carefully. Maybe even just wait just before dawn.
Okay.
Think about it. They'll be all asleep, and if legends serve right, I'm guessing she can't walk during the day.
What if she can?
The vampire girl that I talked to doesn't, so I'm gonna assume she's the same thing until she's not, and then I'm gonna hit her like a fucking freight train.
Like, I'm just saying, how shitty would it be? Comes out, fucking insult to injury. She's sparkling.
Well, then we just fucking kill her fucking extra large and pour her over with gasoline.
All right. I can get behind that.
So, what we're going to do is we're going to take it nice and slow. We'll probably post up somewhere and watch the place till it gets to about 6 o'clock in the morning. And then we'll go in.
Are we going to go in or are we just going to torch the place?
We're going to go in. Got to see what we're dealing with first.
Okay. I can get behind that.
There's a guy, Yosef. If we can get him alive, that'll be the one we need. But we're going to burn the place anyway. We just want to see if he's there.
Okay. Look, I mean, this is the place where she sleeps. We can just do this, but do we even know what she looks like?
Seen bits of her. She's a little girl. She's like a teenage girl. Should be pretty distinctive.
I mean, is she like teenage or is she like Interview with a Vampire teenage where she's really like 800 years old?
From what I'm hearing, she's their sister or some bullshit like that. So we're looking for a dirty-looking fucking girl. Looks like she just came straight out of the swamp.
Man, we're about to wax somebody's sister. It's fucked up.
And I doubt that she's actually their sister. It's probably some mental fuckery type shit.
All right. Okay. Man, still though. What are we gonna do after this? Like, I guarantee you the whole crime thing, like for your people, that shit's over. Somebody else is gonna come fill the gap. People are always gonna want drugs.
We handle these people. Take what we can out of this, probably. Transfer it over maybe to Becca. Clean it first. That way we set them up or we can take them straight.
I'm just saying we'd be in less gunfights where you may or may not lose your third girlfriend if she did a legitimate business.
That's her decision, not mine. If she wants to get out, she can get out. But trying to force her to do it, you're just going to end up with a broken jaw.
I'm not going to force her to do it. I'm going to turn on my perennial charm and convince her roundabout.
That sounds like an awful lot like you're going to get a broken jaw. Let her make the decision after we do it. Let's just concentrating on getting it done first.
I can grow back a jaw, Anton. She can't grow back a fucking kidney or her lungs or whatever else gets punctured.
But it's still her decision. So when we go handle it, we'll present her the options and she chooses. Trying to control her is only going to push her away. So, let's go handle this, and we present her with what we need to present her with. She can make the informed choice then.
All right.
Jane just, looks out the window as he's driving.
And it is quite the drive, I do say. Let me quickly pop this map over.
Like, I know it's the winter and the snow and stuff, but especially for some of the dirt roads, the mental image that, like, sticks with me are those, like, hold your breath moments during mudding competitions where they're, like, going through and you don't know if they're going to make it to the other end of the dirt lane. You know what I'm talking about? I'll show you some stuff later. It's pretty wild.
All right. So you guys essentially roll out 64 out west, over the state line. And then hook your way up a road that continues going like up almost between, like, alongside the next ridge. So up 219. And eventually you will hit, let's see, the closest place to where you're going you can hit is hilariously, looks like a place called Trout. You're getting out into some good rural shit here. Like, these are like practically just neighborhoods. There's not a lot out here. So you head out and eventually get to the point where you're just kind of rolling through those country roads. And you start cruising along, and actually this is like kind of preserved woodland, almost. So it seems just kind of, I don't know, maybe this is part of a large park or something. And it is hard to find your way properly into the place. It's one of those things where you get the impression sooner or later you're just going to have to park and trudge. Because this is just a massive fucking property with almost no roads going into and onto it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he'll start moving. Lugs the rifle over his shoulder and puts the mask over his mouth for like better protection of his like fucking cold and stuff. And he'll start the fucking thing, and he'll just start jogging through the snow.
Dashing through the snow on an Anton murder sleigh. Through the fields we go, stealthing all the way. Sneak, sneak, sneak.
I said I'm leaving you. I was more worried you were going to laugh all the way and do it maniacally, so to be fair, this is probably the better of the two alternatives.
I mean, like, look, I know that I like to joke on the OOC side, but there's no way you're going to get something amazing like Bill coming up to this reported, like, vampire drug murder den in the middle of the dark with nothing but a gun just going, oh, like in the night. As initially intimidating as that might be to the people inside.
That'd be fucking terrifying. Jesus Christ.
Actually scarier.
I shit myself that.
I'm not going to lie. If somebody did that looked like Shia LaBeouf, I would not care if I was in a house immediately surrounded by things that would get me a bajillion years in prison. I'd probably call the cops.
Oh my god. Alright. You guys are hoofing it through the fucking snow. And I mean, at least initially, there's a lot of woods out here. A lot of fucking woods. Fucking delightful. Do me a quick survival check between you as you try to pick your way along and not end up like back out at another road. Like just to not lose your heading.
Survival what? Wits.
A very good question. I'm gonna go with wits in this situation.
Oh. Assuming quick thinking will come into play here?
I mean, if you're just scampering wildly and hoping, sure.
Well, that's 4. 4 successes.
Ah, damn. So yeah, you just kind of scuttle along with nary a plan, but do surprisingly well. Let me get you some.
It's almost like he's like he's moving fast, essentially. You know what I mean? It's like, right, this is this way. You know.
And most of what you are scampering through. Oh God, help me! What just happened? There we go. It's more like let's get out of this shiny. Oh shit, did I lose it already? Just got it, there we go. It's more like this. It's your nice kind of half soggy in places, a little bit of snow, just kind of clinging. But yeah, you trudging through the woods. A lot more brush. This is not an area where the tree coverage is so good that you're not going to have some lower end plant life. Though as you get through deeper places, it gets remarkably clear. So what I'm going to have you guys do is do some alertness checks.
At night.
Yes, you get your bonus die.
2.
Let me get over here where you can see things. Ugh.
If detail oriented counts 4.
You know what? Yeah, it will. So you guys
Anton might beat me in literally every other category, but I see things sometimes.
So you two are like just kind of quick trudging it, hip hopping along. You know, keeping pretty quick about it, not stopping and lingering and looking around. And you know what, Bill, buddy, Al, you'll be the guy who spots. Let me see if I can find a picture of one real fast. Here we go. Just pop there. What you are going to spot is a tiny, tiny red glow. Which, I guess the first point is, like, basically over, you know, you guys are glancing around, moving, just keeping a, you know, a little eye out. But you will actually see a small red glow, like a pinpoint of it. What you going to do?
There's a pinprick of a small red glow.
Basically, up on a tree trunk, you see just like this pinprick of small red glow, like a little dot.
Is it? And it's glowing.
Yeah, it's like a really small, like the distance you're spotting it at. Because I mean, I figure with 4 successes in Wolf Sight, sure. So it's a pretty good distance. But yeah, over like you could swear it's like on a tree trunk, just a little pinprick of light, little red glow.
There's something up ahead.
What?
Well, either the local fauna have developed electric cancer or something stuck to the trunk of a tree with a red light.
Could be a camera.
Could be.
Alright. Let's take it quietly then. So I'll start rolling for blur at this point.
Okay.
Ready for my amazing deck stealth pool.
I'm so ready. Never been so ready in my life.
You ready for my amazing deck stealth pool? Boom.
And three successes on blur, not roll my stealth now.
Normally 2 successes on stealth.
Oof.
No successes on fucking stealth, but I got 3 on blur, so it's diff 8 to see me.
It only takes 1 success, but it's diff 8.
Yep.
Or diff. You got 3 successes, so diff 9.
Diff 9.
All right. So how are you guys? Are you guys just keeping away from it? Are you coming around to check it out? What are you doing?
I'm coming around to check it out, but just trying to get at an angle that so if it does turn on me, it can't see me readily.
Bill just wants to go around because, like, mostly he doesn't really know where the red light thing is, or if it's like on a camera, or if it was a camera to begin with, or anything about it. He just knows that he might not want to be directly in front of the damn thing.
Okay. So with Bill pointing it out, yeah, you'll be able to spot it. It's the tiniest little pinpoint at this distance. It's kind of it's one of those like, oh, good catch. So you guys kind of start ambling around until you start to not be able to see it and figure that's probably about right, and advance cautiously. And what you're gonna find, I'll go ahead and save it so I can show it to you on here. That'll work. What you're gonna find is
A cyborg ninja.
yes. No. What you're gonna find is essentially one of these guys.
What the fuck? That's what it'll say.
Oh. Oh, this is way simpler than I thought it was going to be. You can get these at a sporting goods store, dude.
What are they?
And he takes a closer look at it, and what I want to do is just like eye fucking this thing. Is I want to make use of my intelligence wit's the same pool here, but for me it would be intelligence technology is what I'm shooting for here. Okay. And just so I know if the 10s would pop, my intelligence specialty is probability calculation. I really don't think it quite fits.
It depends on what you're trying to figure out exactly.
He's trying to figure out if this is just a camera, just a motion sensor, or some heady combination of the two.
All right.
So I'm just gonna do the base roll, and you can tell me if the 10s pop.
Alrighty.
All right. So what I've got is 3 7s, an 8, and a 10. So it'll have to be 5 or 6 successes. One of the twain.
One of those. All right. Give me 1 second to eyeball this thing real fast. Basically, what you're eyeballing, and here's the question: how much guilty looking at like hunting gear and stuff did Bill do when he found out he might have to be doing a bunch of shit in the woods? Because we both know that your buddy, your new little guy, went and bought a bunch of like ridiculous fuck off camping gear.
It wasn't guilty so much as he did the same kind of shopping. He just didn't put his full faith in it.
So yeah, basically, you probably recognize the brand. This is a pretty decent thing. It's one of those things where the trade off is it's a very powerful camera, very 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 good detail, very high detail. You can probably assume this one has some ability to capture night vision shots. Very very high quality camera, probably on a trigger. Like basically has motion detection. This one has a pretty good range for motion detection before it snaps a picture. No sound though. This thing isn't taking video.
All right, so the way these things work, you can find them. They're actually pretty fucking expensive. Sporting goods sections at places, some survival stores. You know, you like the big box ones where the pants cost like $80. This is where you're going to find this kind of thing. No audio, very clear quality picture day or night, motion sensor, not a camera. Not like a rolling video camera. This thing only snaps pictures when it picks things up. So at any given day, whoever set this up is going to get a lot of pictures of squirrels, some deer, sometimes just the wind blowing a little too hard. If anything did catch you, they would literally have to come back to check it, and it might just get lost in all the pictures of squirrels.
It's basically, I mean, since you would have looked at the specs enough to know, it's got like fucking half a terabyte of storage, and the pictures are such good quality, like you could blow them up to poster size. It's really good shit, but it runs through batteries like a fucking ass, and yeah, it's not going to do anything to pick up sound or video. And
It's,
yes, every strong breeze that blows a leaf by, fucking takes a picture.
Basically, we're lucky we caught this thing as far out as we were. If we'd gotten closer, we would have been on candid camera. I would have had to take care of it then, but we can just leave this thing up. The downside is it chugs batteries like a motherfucker, so they're probably sending somebody out here periodically to go recharge it.
Sending somebody out, you say?
If they wanted this so-called security system, of which this might just be one of several, to work, yes.
We'll keep a mental note of that.
Now, the dead giveaway here, as you can see, it's got this wonderful woodland pattern that makes it stick in with the trees so deer don't get too curious. But that red light is so the owner can find it because it's not normally used for this kind of thing.
What happens if we cover up the red light?
Looking at the red light here, it looks like they stuck the LED right in next to the fucking lens. So you're going to be smothering the pictures. They're really only going to pick up on it if they come and they check it and things are blanked out.
I have to find it.
If they find it. If this doesn't actually just belong to a local hunter.
Well, cover it up.
All right. And Bill will take some of the, like, because it's been snowing, but it hasn't been snowing like in a way that people out in the Sept of the Hearth Fire might have to deal with. So there's enough wintry mud mix right now.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
yeah,
god.
There's some
you're
foggy areas.
in the sidebar. I can't even imagine. And it's very easy to smear the lens.
Yeah, I assume you're just taking a big old clod of mud and hucking it into the panels. Like,
Yes.
let's cover that. And you know what? I'm not sure if that or this is the lens, but now they're both covered.
Yeah, I mean, now this whole thing is shit caked.
Beautiful. Yeah, you slap a big fucking paw full of mud on it. Dunk. And, I mean, you don't see the light anymore.
The motion sensor up there will still go off, but as you can tell, it's not going to exactly take much of a picture.
All right. Let's keep moving.
And keep your eyes open. This can't be the only one.
Yes.
All right. So you continue into the woods. All right. So you've already made a pretty baller roll to keep your heading. You keep trekking on in. And let's get, as you continue on, some more alertness checks. I'm going to roll a thing for myself.
So with detail oriented, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I got 3 successes. I got 3 successes.
We're not going to go detail oriented for this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Still a lot. Still 3. All right.
Tell me about the vampires, mother.
That's a pretty good roll. So, I mean, you guys hear some ambient wildlife as you go every so often, like, because there are nocturnal critters. At least one point, you watch a raccoon just kind of putter along, minding his own business. Stops and looks at you for a second, like, and then just keeps going. And as you guys trek on, because Bill has night sight like a motherfucker, he'll probably start detecting it a little earlier than Anton does, but you'll both detect it well in advance. Start seeing some light.
Yeah, just crouched down almost immediately. Like, woof.
Bill, in the snow, on his belly, looking paranoid.
I just find like up against a tree. I imagine just Anton just disappears into it.
Oh yeah, you guys are not super close. It's just you can tell they're. I mean, there's something over there, and I'm not talking like a flashlight light. I'm not talking like the soft glow out of a window. I'm talking like big ass overhead, like area
Floodlight?
lighting.
Floodlighting, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take a look down that direction with the scope.
All right. Clever boy. I actually think there's stats for that, and I can't remember for the life of me what they are.
I was just going to use it just to enhance my perception or something.
No, I was trying to decide whether it's lower diff or a higher dice. But go ahead and roll for me.
Okay. Regardless, I got 5 successes.
Yeah, like if you needed a scope, Jesus.
Hawkeye over here.
Finally started competing properly with Bill's ridiculous perception dice. What is it with proper perception rolls?
And Anton just like suddenly becomes Jeremy Renner.
Yep. Shifts right in front of Bill. My God.
So you scope it. And yeah, you basically shift around the tree, pick up the gun, sight out the scope. And what you'll see is that still a good bit in the distance, kind of muddled up by trees. Yeah, there's essentially like big old floodlighting. There's not a lot to see at this distance. You guys picked it up pretty early because you had pretty good rolls.
You just say floodlighting.
Makes sense.
Peering through the scope, you can see that there's a slightly brighter bloom off to one side, suggesting that there is a larger area that's probably lit. You're probably just seeing the first signs of it.
Yeah. I need to say it looks like it's covering a vast amount of this section. We've just picked up on it. I say we're just on the outer perimeter.
If I were them, I would probably light every piece of open ground I could.
That's probably what I mean. Yeah. We just nod.
So we're assuming a particularly large clearing heading into the property. You know what we should have done? Should have Google Maps this, and I apologize for that.
Just nods. We'll get to a higher elevation anyway.
Okay.
We're going to be stalking around here anyway till early morning. That means the floodlights will dip too. Gives the perfect slope in.
Whoever's in charge of that camera might have to come out.
We'll take care of him.
All right.
And yeah, Anton will look to get higher essentially, if I can, Katie, to get like a better read over the area. So, but keeping the floodlight in his vicinity so he can see exactly where it is.
All right. So you guys start like kind of navigating. You're not in a rush to exactly hit the place. So I assume you're gonna like kind of hit a slope and be like, yep, this is what I want, not going towards the place. And yeah, you start going for a little bit of elevation, which in some areas comes faster than others. How much time are you guys willing to sacrifice to find the ideal spot? Because you've headed out in like early evening, and you've got
we've got a lot of time. So yeah, no, we'll kill whatever. Like we'll kill whatever. We've got a lot of time to do this.
So yeah, between the two of you, you navigate around. Give me another alertness check as you start navigating around the place, and have to, kind of get a little distance to get to find the spot you need.
Just the one.
What you, Bill?
What do you want me to roll? Perception survival?
No alertness.
Alertness, my favorite. Okay. Seeing is believing.
Yep,
4.
You've got some good high stuff. Yep. Again, you will be the one Anton's pretty good at fucking navigation. So I'm going to assume that he starts kind of cutting around and looking for promising spots where he knows, the kind of rock face we're looking at, we'll probably find a good spot about like this. Or, that looks like a very promising spot up there. We just have to climb this way and then go that way and probably actually haul ourselves up a bit. So while he's actually focusing on the navigation, Bill, you're keeping eyes around. You spot another dim red glow.
Another camera.
You know what to do.
Bill knows what to do.
Yeah, and again, you caught it at a pretty fucking good distance with those successes. So yeah, you can amble around carefully, pick up a fucking clod of kind of turf and splotch it on there.
He does so. He's now up where it is.
Yep. You walk right up.
He looks out to survey all that he can see. I'm not going to roll perception alertness again because I'm at that higher point now.
Yep.
Everything the light touches.
It's a barren place, Bill. You must never go there.
Man.
Why you gotta own it like that?
So 6 successes.
You know what? Let's do a little chance die here as you guys are getting some elevation. That's pretty good.
Now the cyborg ninjas.
Now it's SciShow.
Now it's definitely SciShow. That's right. I don't even care. Some trite shit. Okay, so instead of SciShow, you looking around, you got a pretty good spot check. You good sir. We'll you know what? Fuck it. We're just gonna go for it. We're gonna commit 110%. You see some poor fucker slogging in the woods, like closer to the area that you guys are circling around than you guys are. Good distance that away. But some poor motherfucker, and this isn't like hiking gear. This is like some fucker just bundled up for the cold. Like you can tell, kind of muttering and cursing their way along, carrying along like a rucksack. Not even like a good hiking pack. It's just like the fucking satchel, you know? messenger bag,
Just one guy.
man bag. Yeah, some poor motherfucker slogging out that way. Slowly, like doesn't seem to be on alert, doesn't seem to be anything, just
Is he heading towards where we are?
he is actually at the moment, let's see. At the moment, he, she, it, that pile of winter clothing is slogging off beyond you guys. Like if you'd kept kind of circling around, you would have hit there, but is kind of heading off that way. Every so often pausing to take a kind of a glance around, make sure they've got a heading.
Looks like one of the employees has started to make the rounds with those cameras.
Keep an eye on them. We might actually know where all of them are.
I mean, I can see him from here. It's not going to last forever.
Note, it is nighttime and you have picked him out at a good fucking distance thanks to the elevation. Anton, I mean, he points it out and you can kind of pick up movement over there, but that merit's got to be worth something. So it's one of those things where you're like, how the fuck even?
Kind of nods. We could go down there and take him out, but they'll be wondering if he's coming back or not.
He's heading out and away past us, which means that if there's a point out there that he has to get to, and you were right, and they're making some kind of perimeter, he's probably going to go out to that point and then more or less do a circle. So it's going to take him a long fucking time to get all the way up here, per se.
Yeah, pretty much.
It looks miserable. I don't see any gear on him that suggests he was ready for this. A little shaky, a little paranoid by himself.
Yep.
It might be that you and me accidentally, on purpose, killed the crew that normally tends this place, and he's just some guy they pulled in.
I guess so. Smirking. We could see what he knows down there.
Only risk is if he gets a shot off.
That is the problem. Does he look armed?
Can't tell from this distance. Might be holding like a pea shooter or something under the literal blankets he seems to be wrapped in.
And then we just gotta get closer.
Yeah, I suppose we do.
Don't worry, he won't see me. Xanton starts stalking into the woods.
Now here's the real question. Anton's the sneakiest person. He's just gonna leave Bill up there with the rifle.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, that's basically what he's like. He won't see me. Hands Bill the rifle. Keep an eye out. When I get back, let me know any perimeter changes. Do what you gotta do. Keep out of sight.
All right, roll that stealth. I'll let you keep your previous blur roll since you didn't get a stealth on it.
Okay. That is still 2 successes at diff 9.
All right.
I'm
amazed you
going to
didn't snow pop.
They would for lightning reflexes, but would that apply here?
Oh, nope.
Yeah, there you go then. I was going to roll one more thing as well when I get him in sight.
Okay.
Hush.
All right. So you start heading down the appropriate direction because Bill's giving you a good point out. And it takes some doing to get close enough, and you're careful picking your way along. This is your fucking landscape right here, so let's be fair, you are right at home in the fucking woods. So yeah, you carefully pick your way along. You can identify some treacherous things and might make noise under the snow, skirt around. And let me quickly grab a person. Do. Maybe.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that.
It is all good. I am quickly grabbing a person because it occurred to me I would need one.
Just fucking Benny from the Mummy.
That would be awful. Oh,
Having to go through and change all the batteries seems like a real Benny job.
yeah, it does. Oh, it's so shitty. I don't want images of couples. I just want one person. The fuck to life out in the snow. There we go. There we go.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
No, you already used it. You can't. Ugh.
It's like Titanic, Leonardo DiCaprio, and the only
Yeah.
picture you can find is him hanging off the door.
Oh my god. Now. Now. So what you're rounding up on is essentially some poor motherfucker set up like this with just a messenger bag.
I have whisper catching active, and he's there grumbling to himself. What do I hear?
It's and actually, It's basically your usual, like, kind of the same sort of grumbling you'd expect from a retail worker who just had to do the shit job.
Yes.
It's like, this is bullshit. Dave should have had to do this shit. Why do I have to be out here in the snow and by myself? And I mean, I know this thing is supposed to fucking doesn't help. It's so fucking hard to find. Why would we change these at night anyways? This is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Just because I said, "Moo." Fucking Dave.
I'll start creeping up on him because he's like,
Fucking
fuck
snitches
Dave.
the good shit, not Sharon. Just think him out once. Just once.
Just creep.
Yeah, it's just this continuous fucking rant about
Yeah.
what bullshit this is. You'll see, like, the poor fucker, like, reach up and, like, scratch a couple times. Kind of little twitchy.
All right. I am going to hit him with Hush. Yes, Hush.
All right. Do you need to do any rolls? Are you clear?
It's wit subterfuge. Difficulty is targets with +4.
So we'll say, like, 6.
Hey.
What is? I feel like as soon as I put. Oh god. No.
Damn it, psychic. Was not the time. Oh, there we go. That is 2 successes.
Beautiful. So you bust out Hush, and does it have a range on it or anything? I can't remember.
Let me get my thing. Every success stalls the target for 1 turn, preventing the target from communicating verbally.
Okay, but
I just have
does it have a
it says-
range?
as long as I keep him in sight.
Okay, so as long as he's in sight, and it's specific to him.
Yes, just him.
Okay. Oh no, I can't use that. Can't do it. All right, so you hit him with Hush, and I mean, the poor guy immediately, like, kind of stalls up, just kind of stops, and looks around, and kind of picks up a foot, stomps it a couple times.
That's when I was going to make my move. The second he turned, I was just going to bring the knife up right at his throat and just push him right against the tree.
You can imagine there was supposed to be a girlish squeal of alarm. It looks like there was supposed to be a girlish squeal of alarm. But he does not succeed, obviously, for reasons. Fuck it.
Anton will just...
This is
Oh.
perfect.
Oh.
Sorry, go ahead.
I know. I don't know what you're saying.
No, you're good. You're good. I don't want gifts. Stop it.
Anton will just say, shh.
Yeah, this poor guy, like, kind of flails around. Give me, by the way, give me that grapple check, essentially, as you pin him up with the knife and everything, just to see how thoroughly you've got him. Because with the and don't roll your ambush dice as well.
Oh, I got 2, and I got 2 extra success. I'll just roll 2 extra dice.
Didn't you have like? Oh, that's right.
2 successes themselves. Yeah, it's still 2 successes.
Yeah, I mean, it's you've got the shock factor, you've got hush and everything active. So yeah, you grab the guy and like say, "Oh, because just against a tree." There's a lot of like flailing, and you've got what? You've got the balaclava. Do you have like a hood on or a hat on?
Hood on. The balaclava is like the crow painted thing on its fucking thing. Yeah, spray painted on. So he looks goddamn terrifying.
Yeah, there's initially the flail, and then he visibly like registers the knife, registers that you've got like some crazy shit spray painted on, and there's like a pause, and then there's like you could tell he's just kind of pleading, like it's pitiful. The face shifts and everything.
You keep his knife on the throat, and he's like, "Now you're going to be able to speak in a few minutes, but if you let one gurgling peep out, I'll cut your throat so deep it'll go to the end of the tree. Look at me.
Is Rapid
No.
nodding?
No sound until I ask a question."
More Rapid nodding.
He blinks. Like, you just see the eyes blink. How many of you are there?
And there's a little bit of kind of like the lips start moving and nothing's coming out, but I mean it's just kind of rushing at him. Give me an intimidation check, by the way.
Sure. You know what? I'm going to be bold. Anton will be bold. I'll activate persuasion before I roll.
Go ahead. He can't fucking do shit.
Psychic, please.
Psychic doing you wrong.
It got 2 successes, but it's just taking a bit. So let's shoot 6 on persuasion. You want me to roll charisma? Or manip?
Manip.
Okay, that's even better dice pool. Give psychic a second. Come on.
You can do it.
No, won't go to over 20.
Fuck it.
And it's 70, 10. That is 1, 2, 3, 4 successes. Because, persuasion only reduces by the 1.
Alright, that's still 4 successes. So yeah, he starts kind of babbling weakly, and when the hush finally wears off, he's like, I don't know, man, there's a lot of guys in there. I mean, I just work on the lower runs. Sent me out to change the camera batteries. I'm not even sure there's actually cameras out here. I thought...
Count. How many on the lower runs?
I work with like there's Dave, fucking Dave, and then there's he starts kind of counting, and like he doesn't bring his hands up, but you can kind of see him like ticking on his fingers, like trying to count. And at one point, here's the thing: how are you going to respond when he starts like moving?
The knife like gets a bit tighter around the edge of the jugular.
Because he like makes the purely reflexive as he's kind of muttering softly and counting, like reaches up to scratch again. And, the knife ticks in, and he kind of like makes the most like little sorry, man. Sorry.
So how many is that?
I see like, I don't know, like 10 guys.
10. Okay.
Like
What
where
about
I work, but there's other groups, man. There's other groups.
How many of the groups are there?
Well, I mean, we just do shipping, we just
How
move
many
the boxes.
How
And
many other
then-
groups are there?
I mean, there's the security guys. There's
How many security guys?
well, got a lot of them over by the trucks, you know. But there's a
lot.
lot of
A lot is not a number.
there's usually like 6 guys in the garage.
6. What weapons do they have?
Guns, big fucking guns,
Pistols.
man.
Big fucking guns.
Yeah,
Shotgun.
like no, like the ones on TV, like the the ARs and you know,
Right. Okay.
so we don't fuck
Guy
around.
named Yosef. Guy's named Yosef around.
Yeah. He's he's on the he's further in.
Where?
Sometimes he,
Where?
I mean, he goes into the office and he comes out and checks on us sometimes.
Got any keys?
He starts like he doesn't think. He just kind of desperately like plunges his hands in his pockets. And I mean, Anton, you get like a fistful of things shoved at you, like the big old, multiple keyring sets that most people have. Like his car keys are on there. You're pretty sure his house keys are probably on there. He doesn't give a shit. He just gives them to you.
These keys get me into the building.
I mean, I don't have like, not
Think.
no.
Where can I get into the building without anybody noticing me? Where do you go for a cigarette break?
I mean, we just go out under the lights, We're not supposed to get away from the building.
Yeah.
We can't go to the cars during breaks.
Okay.
They don't want to
When's your
snitch in
breaks?
anything.
When's your breaks?
I mean, we get smoke breaks like every 2 hours, and we get like one proper
And-
sit-down break if you have a long enough shift.
And in the mornings? What's it like here in the mornings? Does everybody pack up?
No, it just kind of changes out.
What time does it change out at?
I don't know, man. I only work the
What
graveyard. It's my shift.
Time.
My shift is over in fuck. What time is it? I'm
look-
supposed to
I
be.
look- I have time sense. I look up at the sky.
I mean, you have a pretty good grasp. So you guys have been taking your time and working your way around. It's probably like, say, like the evening is admittedly early nowadays. We'll say for funsies that it's like you're getting around midnight.
It's midnight.
Okay. Oh, so I've got like it's supposed to take me like an hour just to walk around, change the batteries, and then I've got another 2 hours 2 hours on the shift after that, and
How many people notice you're gone? Do they come looking for you?
I mean, man, they all know I'm gone. They all know I came out to change the batteries because
But do they come looking for you if you take too long?
yeah,
Who comes looking for
from
you?
nodding, frantic nodding, even.
Are you lying?
No.
Are you just lying
no.
to save your skin?
No.
Not peeing him. Because you would lie in that situation.
Yeah,
right?
he absolutely fucking would.
Yeah, so I'm peeing Ian. Oh, I keep forgetting to roll in psychic. Sorry. I'll roll in R20.
Okay, roll in the R20.
Jesus. Tell me about your mother with 5 successes.
Quick second.
But yeah, I'll just roll an R20 for now until Discord improves a bit because it's just taking way too long.
Okay. Sorry, I had to make sure that he was getting the feud. Jesus Christ. Do you have a specialty?
I wish I did. I wish I did.
Fucking A. If you had a specialty, that would have been insane.
It's still a fucking hell of a roll.
I mean, what you're getting the impression of is that this motherfucker is terrified, and of course, like, he would lie, like absolutely would lie. What's getting you to the point that you probably at least consider that he might be telling the truth is give me 1 second. Okay, I am back.
Yes.
Mostly. Give me one quick second to check one more thing. Okay, sorry, I just had to check and see how horrible a person I could be. Alright, so sorry. It's totally feasible that the guy could be lying. He's shaking his shit. He's terrified. You'd be amazed if he hasn't, like, straight pissed himself. But he did say that weird shit about, like, not being allowed to go to the cars during their breaks. It's very possible that this is actually pretty strict, and they might come chasing thinking that he made off with something. Who knows?
Good. Because if they don't find the body, they'll send people looking for him, which will split the security force. Especially if they think something's gone. And Anton said. Anton will smile. Well, he won't see him smile. Good. It's very good to know. What's your name?
Frank? I mean, dude, I'll run. I don't even.
Shh. Frank. Shh. Good to ask you a question. You know a girl called Hazel?
What? Hazel? No? No,
Dreadlocks,
I don't. No,
brown hair.
no. I just.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm sure. I don't know anyone to be.
Good. It's a very good thing for you. Straight across the throat.
I'm not gonna make you roll for that.
Leave
Putting
tip
her
to the
on.
side so the blood doesn't like fucking spray all over his face.
Oh, are you making a point to cut him to the side?
Yep.
It's a good idea you had there. So yeah, I mean, he like just fucking gushes blood everywhere.
What Anton will do is, very calmly, let the body drop, sheathe the knife, take Glabro, haul the body up around, and just drag it deep, deep into the woods. Deep. Kick a couple of mounds of snow over it, come back, kick a couple of mounds of snow over the fucking blood, and start heading back towards Bill.
Oh boy. Okay.
So they mightn't be able to find it in time, so they'll start getting paranoid, thinking that somebody's made off with it. Which they'll probably send the security force out.
Do me a wits roll.
Sure. Keep rolling and fucking psychic.
Just break the habit, man. We don't need sidekick.
I fail.
Okay. So yeah, you head back up, figuring sooner or later they'll come out looking for him.
Actually, one thing he will do is I'll kick around the footprints of myself, and probably actually I'm going to set up a false trail, Katie.
Okay.
Thinking on it. So what you want me to roll?
Survival.
Survival what?
We will go with. All right, let me. I've got too many tabs open. Give me 1 second to find my life. We will go with wits.
Drop a willpower. With, I'm assuming, quick thinking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 success with the willpower spend.
Well, all right. You not only cover your trail. Where are you laying the false trail to?
Heading to the northeast of the perimeter, completely separate direction from me and Bill. So I think he's after making off of something and heading down that way.
Okay.
Which, when we hit the building, they'll be all posted and probably taking guard down at the northeast.
Well, all right. You know what, Torna, can you give me 1 more minute? I'm sorry.
Okay.
Because I'm trying to handle my silly shit. Okay, I am back. So dead guy, false trail, leading off into the fucking woods.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're just gonna cycle back around over to where
Yep.
Bill is.
Yep, yep.
Sweet.
Keep my own tracks covered as well.
All right, you know, for that fucking roll, you can cover your fucking tracks, sir. I can't even.
7 successes. Yep, that was some hot
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, you good. You and your element. You do you. That is an outrageous success.
Yeah, so I imagine Bill's just looking casually through the fucking rifle scope. Anton just appears, taking the fucking thing down off his face.
Ugh.
Found out a few things. They've got security guys. They've got a lower floor, top floor. Your man's in an office. Security guys, about 6. AR rifles. Keep him in line. They're gonna send a guy out to look for him. I planted a false trail. He went off northeast.
Got it. Okay. So what do we do from here?
Wait for the security patch to head out, because I imagine they're gonna head out all night at this shit once they realize he's gone. It'll take them about an hour. It's midnight now, probably about. I imagine with how long it took him to do that. I imagine it's about 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. So wait a couple of hours. They're gonna be gone for a while. And about 5 o'clock when the sun, or 6 o'clock when the sun starts to come up, we hit them then.
All right.
They'll be divided in terms of trying to find your man, so.
All right. So neither of you has the impatient flaw.
You.
Thank God. Because it will be a good hour, and probably, honestly, more like an hour and a half before you see any signs of movement, really.
Mm-hmm.
And by the time they're getting out to where you are, yeah, it's been like, you're pushing 2 hours when you finally see a group of a couple guys with a fucking dog come out. And I mean, trying to think whether either of you is especially. What's your animal Ken like?
2.
How would you be? Yeah, that's what I thought. All right. So, I mean, 2, I mean, that thing looks like TV level vicious. You gotta kind of wonder, because it's not going for the handler at all. So,
No, I imagine it's more used to try and pick up the scent.
yep. I mean, this isn't like a hound dog per se. This definitely looks like the sort of thing where the way it's tugging around and freaking out, that's one of those things where it's like, God help you if we pick up a trail, because we're going to let this fucker off the leash and you're fucked, essentially.
Smirking. You nudge Bill. Looks like our false trail's about to work.
Nice.
They'll follow that trail downwards, which means I'll take them out of the picture by the time we need to get what we need to get.
All right. With the successes you have, honestly, yeah, basically the dog will be going nuts. There will be like that brief kind of weird bit in the trail, and they think it's weird, but then the tracks suddenly break off. So the dog kind of gets confused for a minute, because it's following a different smell now than it was before, but they aren't that clever. So they get the dog finally kind of keyed onto the new trail, and they just flat start taking off that way. And yeah, there's a couple AKs there. It's pretty fucking needlessly heinous to find one dude. But yeah, when they finally see the trail kind of break off distinctly away from the direction it was going, yeah, they just take off after it.
All right, there's our window.
Yay!
Let's go.
Over the hills and through the woods to the drug house we go. I'm not rolling as hard with this one as I was before. I couldn't recreate the magic, and I apologize for that.
Oh, just like I was in the valleys. Fucking, I shit myself so bad.
What the fuck?
I shit myself so bad.
Oh my god.
You ever wonder why Anton gets a distant look sometimes in this life?
All we hear is yodeling. Just echoes through the fucking valley.
Okay, so we're coming at this place. What's the cue here? Are we gonna try to do this in Hamid?
Nah, and I was going into lupus. Actually, no, fuck it. Hispo. Fuck this.
Hispo with a gun strapped to its back.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what it looks like.
Call of Duty dog. All right,
The Metal Gear
we'll
Solid
both be
dog.
Call of Duty dog.
The Metal Gear Solid dog with
Yes.
the eye patch as we're going down.
Yes.
Yeah, we're in Hispo, okay, dude.
Oh dear lord. Just Call of Duty dogging it, huh?
Always.
Oh Jesus Christ. So where exactly are you just running straight towards the building in Hispo?
No, we're taking this stealthily. Trying to skirt along.
Call of Duty dog is not stealthy, sir.
I'm fucking stealthing it. I am Call of Duty stealthing it. Press X to fucking stealth.
God damn it.
I'm gonna try keep a good we know the clearing with the floodlights and all that, so I'm gonna try keep at the edge of the floodlights essentially. And what I'm going to do as well is activate shadow weaving before I even get near the light.
Mm-hmm.
It's a cult. So that's 7 dice. I don't get any successes, but it's a fail, so I'll try roll again when I get closer.
Okay, time for me to look up my Hispo stats.
I'll also roll for blur too, because I feel like that's going to be fucking mandatory.
Yes.
Alright, so my dexterity is normally this, and my stealth is normally pedestrian. But Hispo adds. Come on. Oh, another 2 dexterity. Turning this into a gentle, jazzy walk. Psychic giving out to us again?
Think so. I think it's working for me. I don't know.
Then more for me.
All right, back to the so for blur. Jesus, that's 3 successes on blur, and +2 dex in thingy.
I only got 2 stealth successes, but they were both 10.
I got 2 stealth successes and +3 and a +3 diff to see me.
Oh, look at our rolls in Sidekick.
Yeah,
Now Sidekick caught up.
Oh,
Fuck you, Sidekick.
look at that roll, man.
Fuck you, Sidekick.
All right, I'm gonna roll for fucking shadow weaving one more time. Hey, oh Jesus, that's 2 successes to kick off on shadow weaving too.
All right, so just put all your shit in the side chat. Too much is happening right now.
All
Jesus
right. There you go.
Okay. A lot happening right now.
Anton Zack Slater's his way through the shadows, essentially.
Pardon as I am typing out a thing. I'm sorry, I'm being Karen right now, to the best of my fucking ability. Channeling my inner Karen. One more second to paste this somewhere. All right. All right, so you're moving in, skulking, shadow weaving to aid in the stealth. Go back and check your guys' rolls and take -2 diff and give me your new success rate.
All right,
Jesus.
I'm gonna
fuck
go back and check
Christ.
my rolls.
It's fucking shadow
oh.
weaving out in the fucking
Nothing.
night.
For me, it did nothing.
1, 2, 3, 4. What? Hang on. With shadow weaving, so 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 successes instead of 2 now. 4 successes at diff 9 to see me.
Okay. So Anton is the fucking knight. Bill is not the worst, but he's not the knight. And I mean, on the bright side, as you're slipping closer, you're not seeing a lot of motion at all, really, out here. So what you're moving in on is the word keeps skipping my mind. Essentially, there's like an entire set of buildings out here. There's an actual fucking almost business going on. As you guys get closer and can see the floodlights, yeah, they're set out beyond the boundary, and then there's a fence. There's a gate there, but there's pretty tall fencing. There's barbed wire at the top, and then there's this entire fucking arrangement of like buildings. There's floodlights around the whole thing. You might hear people moving around further in, but yeah, this isn't small. This is like, oh hey, I stumbled across a business park. Like there's a parking area. It is actually like square in the middle of it. Like the cars are kind of surrounded. And yeah, there is a whole fucking thing here. This is not some small arrangement they've got going on. This is big. As you guys are heading around the lighting instead of diving straight in, you're seeing that yeah, there's fucking security. There's a lot. And we'll say that as you guys roll up, you'll see at least one like deceptively innocent, kind of just big old pickup truck with the hard cap on it, rolling out. Big, nice pickup. Pretty snazzy. Looks pretty clean.
Yeah, watch it and let it pass.
Yeah, I mean, they're rolling out down the way. There's got to be at least one dirt road coming in here, and yeah, it's kind of just puttering along, heading out.
Yep. I'm probably going to time it so we probably sneak in as that thing's going in. If the gate is opening, if there's a break in the fence.
It's basically heading out. It's already through the gates and like heading down the way, away from the place.
Yeah, that's fine. He'll let it get a certain distance. Look over at Bill then. Swoop around and pick one of the fences to chew through. Come in through that way. We're going right for the head of the snake here.
Bill will swoop around and pick one of the fences to chew through, because we're going through that way, and we got to go through the head of the snake here. I couldn't have put it better. Like,
So where are you picking? Because everything is pretty well lit. Anton's dampened the lights some so that
All right.
basically they're a little duller, but there's
So-
still pretty good light coverage.
so, like, did Anton indicate a specific part of the surprisingly large compound?
Yeah. Compound. That's the word I've been wanting this whole time.
All right. Well, I gave it to you.
I would have said to go for. He said the work building and he said the office building, so he would have probably picked a building deeper in at the back. So we're kind of trying to pick our entrance so you don't have to navigate through this massive area. So
So,
you say deeper in the better.
all right. So, we're gonna pick a hole and go deep. So the deepest hole for us to be in this
Mhm.
incredibly awkward and clunky innuendo. I can sense her face as I'm saying this.
I'm sorry. What the fuck did you just say?
Okay, so like what Anton wants, so breaking this down without me being an asshole. What Anton wants is for us to I can't- he wants us to go for the building with like the most like depth in comparison to the outside. And I'm
Yeah.
trying to pick a point in the fence that would shorten the gap between us going in and us getting there.
Sorry, you're trying to figure out what?
All right.
I'm following the information of what your man said. We're trying to go deeper in so we don't have to navigate through fucking everything. Your man said Joseph is deeper in, so that's where we're trying to pick a point to be deeper into the compound rather than
Like,
just be stuck on the outside trying to navigate
short-
our way in.
we're trying to pick a point in the fence that's the shortest route to the building
Yeah.
that is like in the
Okay,
center
so
of
one where
things.
the fence is as close as possible to the nearest building.
Yeah, that's what we
Okay,
said.
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm currently screaming at Uber, so I apologize for having split attention.
To be fair,
To be fair,
I did kind of muck up that entire description by trying to be unfunny. So it's not. Don't lay this all at your feet.
Oh, thanks, buddy, pal, friend. All right. So, yeah, you can find a point where one of the buildings is reasonably close. I mean, if you wanted to be really daring and go around front, they're very close to the fence. But it's a
No.
pretty good guess that by the gate there's going to be a lot more security.
Yeah, we're trying to pick a place that's closer to where Joseph is building wise from what your man told me. So that's what we're trying to
I
that's what
mean,
we've been trying to pick.
He said deeper in, and as far as you can tell, he
That's-
worked in loading. And considering that this place, the compound itself, like the buildings are kind of almost forming a secondary wall, like you've got all these fences, and then it's like imagine a big square of buildings with the parking lot right in the middle. So
Mhm.
there's not really a quote deeper place.
I would imagine though with this place is you'd not want to have where the boss is. The boss would want to be close to the loading section, so he wants to come in and see what he's doing if he wants to walk around and shit. So Anton's just gonna time it perfectly away from where the loading part is and kind of head away from there because that's going to be the busiest area. Because loading is where everything
So
is
you
going
want to
on.
be closest to the loading area, but not close to the loading area.
No.
It's freezing
Sorry.
hot in here.
I'm sorry, I'm confused. Because you just said the boss would probably want to be close enough to walk around the loading area, but you don't want to be in the loading area.
Hang on. I've lost my train of thought now.
All right. So I think I've got it.
I mean, if nothing else, closest to the fence isn't that hard. You guys are kind of around the back of it, so
Yeah.
yeah, there are definitely places you can go for.
Yep.
And on the bright side, with a big old building in the way, there's not a lot of ability to have oversight on the fence. So I'm going to roll a thing. And yeah, I mean, you guys are in fucking... Are you still in Hispo?
Yep.
Oh, it ain't... That fence is fucking butter. That ain't hard.
Like the
Bill,
Billy
like,
Goats of yore.
slinks up and fucking just, yeah, sinks, you know, hooks his teeth in and just starts fucking, like, just mangles the chain link. Fucking mangles it.
That
So, yeah.
doesn't save me from the indignity of having to get low and butt wiggle through the hole.
It does not. So the two of you slip through the hole, I assume.
Yes.
And let's see how... Oh, yeah, nobody seems to fucking respond at all. Yeah, you slip in. You are now in a fairly narrow space between a ever so slightly mangled chain link fence and the back of a building. I'll say basically, if you're facing the building, then off to your left, there is a small gate, which is currently unmanned, but it's locked. Like, got a big old padlock on it. Actually, no, it's just got a traditional locking mechanism. And then off to your right, you're not seeing anything gate-wise, anything like that. There's floodlighting everywhere, so you can see fine. But basically, it's just a series of buildings. There are points where, like, if you poke your head around the corner, you can see, like, essentially walkways between them. But these are just, like, the big, like, if I say big, cheap steel buildings, you know what I mean? Like when someone's throwing up, like, a warehouse or people want to build a church on a budget, it's a big steel building. It's just, like, a big fucking box.
Okay.
So you basically got a bunch of these laid out around each other. And, I mean, you're hearing activity inside. You might occasionally hear someone walking around outside. If you wanted to sneak along the building, you might, like, spot the parking lot. But, yeah, all in all, you were in.
From what can I hear with whisper catching, I'm specifically looking for references to heading to, like, the boss's office or, you know, that type of line of conversation, essentially.
You will probably hear... Jesus fucking Christ. You'll hear some chatter. Mostly people calling back and forth. There'll be some yelling at each other. Mostly when you're picking up, you know, talk about the boss. It's something like, you know, oh my god, you know, don't let the boss catch you doing shit like that, blah 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 blah.
Okay.
It's you don't necessarily hear a lot of people going back and forth as far as like the guys who work in this particular building. You get the impression they stay in this building, and in fact, if you sit there and listen for long enough, you're pretty sure this is the building they're cooking shit in.
All right. That's all I need to know. I look over behind him at Bill. This is the cooking building.
What do you want to do?
Start a fire.
This can be done.
I'm gonna get Ariel. Go in there. Start a fire. Don't be seen.
Hispo Bill stares at you, but he complies.
Or Anton will just fucking grunt. You're the one with the chemistry, not me.
I mean, I'll figure it out.
And Anton's going to scale up that building using fucking city running, Katie. So he gets
In
to the
his
roof.
pool?
No, I'll take up to Glabro.
I was so ready.
I'm sorry, it was funny. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of visualized it too. That's why it's killing me. Yeah, you to fucking take Glabro. Just give me a quick strength athletics in Glabro. There's not a lot of foot and hand holds, but you've got some raw strength going now. Hoist yourself up there. Oh,
Boom.
Sidekick has favored you this day.
So, three
You go
tens.
up. I'm gonna go with you get up the building.
Yeah, some
Yeah.
parkour shit.
Pretty much. I mean, you've also got city running active, so yeah, you just
Yep.
fucking hardcore parkour it up there. Bill, what are you going to do? How are you going to ingratiate yourself?
I don't feel like I can get in this building without hands.
You will probably need hands. You'll also probably need hands to go unnoticed.
Okay, fine. I'll go grab, bro.
Go grab, bro.
I'll go grab, bro.
Bruh, bruh, bruh.
I'll go grab, bro. Okay, we're going
You don't
want
want to be in Hithpo?
I will never live that down.
I didn't even know that was a you thing.
It was me. I did it. And now it lives on forever in all of these videos where it's referenced. But it was me, Dio. So moving on from that, we're gonna go in the building like wah.
Like-
We're gonna go sneaky in the sneak like wah
You're gonna
Sneaky
sneak
walk.
into that, bro.
wah wah.
Making the Mickey
Oh.
noise.
Oh my
Making
god.
Making the Mickey Mouse noises as you're jumping. Oh!
We're gonna create a meth fire and then execute a massacre, kids. Ho ho! One lesson you should take away is to never fuck with the mouse. Okay, so that's how we got sued.
I can't even with you right now. All right.
We're going in the building, Katie. Katie,
What?
I'm going in the building. I'm going in the building.
Who's gonna walk in?
No.
Hello, fellow drug dealers.
I mean, I don't know. That seems like a legitimate potential
Oh my
tactic.
god. You know what? I've got an assault rifle over my shoulder. And I'm kind of wearing one of those scary like things that maybe someone involved in the drug trade who carried an assault rifle would wear. I don't know because I'm not involved in anything like that.
What are you wearing?
So he's wearing like his nasty clothes because he's not suit Bill right now. He's grunge Bill plus winter wear.
Plus winter wear.
And he's wearing one of those half mask things and a warm hat.
The balaclava?
Yeah, well, no, there's two separate entities. It's the half mask thing that like skiers wear,
Yeah.
and
It's
a warm
also
hat.
called a balaclava.
I thought the balaclava was like for your whole head.
I mean, there are multiple. Maybe there are many flavors of balaclava. Okay.
All right, well, either way, right now he looks like a dude who works security here.
Yeah,
I
pretty
feel like
much.
we're overcomplicating the use of a balaclava, but yeah.
We are really defining what the definition of is, okay?
Like I feel like we're taking this balaclava thing a bit too seriously.
We're
Let's
taking
go
it
as
pretty
well.
fucking seriously. Either way, right now Bill looks a fuck of a lot like all of the creepy masked men who work security here.
I mean, yeah.
So we're just gonna go in and act casual.
Act cash, super cash.
We're gonna act like we belong. We're gonna walk with confidence in a direction and confuse everyone with us.
All right, you are really big right now. You're kind of straining that poor jacket. What would you like to?
No, I have a plan. I have a fucking plan if things come to that. Okay? I have a plan.
Do you? I'm
But
scared.
you were saying straining jacket? What do you want? What do you want from me?
Oh, I'm
with the
sorry.
straining jacket?
I'm quickly putting your compound picture here. This seems fine. No, these tanks aren't there. It's not that easy. But here you go.
All right.
There.
I fucking wish it was that easy.
Yeah, I know,
Also,
right?
how did we miss a building like this in the woods in West Virginia? All right, moving on. Moving on.
There's definitely not a skyscraper in the background. There's just woods. Lots of woods.
Wouldn't that be? We would have a different series of fucking issues if suddenly that was there.
Yeah,
All
this
right.
is like one of the buildings that is linked together. There are many
Okay.
of these.
But either way, I'm gonna go in and act natural.
Okay. You
So
you
I'm so
saunter
stupid.
in.
am dumb.
I'm gonna have you roll something, and I need to I need to look and I need to ponder what the fuck you're even rolling.
I'm rolling ruining Anton's plan by being a dumbass.
I mean, are you though?
Yeah.
I want you to roll. It's definitely manipulation.
Manipulation.
Manipulation expression to just act natural.
You know what? That's a pretty strong pool for me, and I'll even spend a willpower.
You do that, buddy.
Actually, a really strong pool for me. Actually, let me check my expression score to make sure I'm not like. Nope, I was not confusing that
it
with a
is
dead
6 dice.
character.
I'm looking at your sheet right now.
Sidekick, why are you fucking with me? Sidekick! You want me to roll?
Didn't roll 20 just treat you better? Just guys, let's just use roll 20. Just let Discord go. Just let it go.
Okay, I'll let it go. Just like she let. No, wait, it came up.
Oh, was it good?
Hot diggity.
It's a total of 3 with the willpower.
It's a total of 4 with the willpower.
Oh, full fuckity do. Yeah, 4 with the willpower.
All right, you act natural. You just fucking putz in there like another goddamn thug. And
Like one of the many masked thugs that the workers are too afraid to make eye contact with.
I mean, pretty much, yeah. You fucking walk in like you're supposed to be there. You don't act weird or twitchy or anything. And I'm not gonna lie to you. There's a bunch of people crammed into this big ass building. For this one, we'll say that essentially, like all the walls are the same height. It's just a really tall building. There's ventilation, fucking vents in there, because we don't need everyone dying from cooking the meth. But yeah, it's a bunch of guys, a bunch of fucking, like, I don't know, fucking chem set shenanigans. Yeah, and I mean, one or two might steal a glance, but nobody really looks at you hard. They're very dutifully doing their work right now. See how dutifully they're doing their job right now?
Look, another armed man who might kill me for looking at him wrong. I love my job. Yeah, I get the idea. Like,
Yep.
Okay.
Most of these guys are extremely motivated to do their job. You'll notice.
Now that I'm in here, I'm doing the rounds as far as anyone can tell. Lord knows these people are probably under a lot of scrutiny these days. What with these mysterious killings of employees.
So mysterious.
What I'm looking for is a good way. I'm not asking for a specific timer because I do not have the time to prepare something like that. But a way to delayed onset make all this meth go boom.
All right.
Figure that out.
Ironically, this is exactly the kind of stuff Becca was showing you, which pulled up a fucking chem set. I'm not even lying. So for this, while I realize that you only have Science 1, we're going to assume that you have another proverbial dot for the sake of cooking drug knowledge, because that is what Becca showed you. You're essentially getting a little bit of a bonus for doing this with her.
Becca bonus.
Yeah, you get the Becca bonus, because yes, there are points where she's like, but if you mix this and this together, and like makes the little, like, you know, her hands like splay, her arms go wide, and then she goes, just leans in and just goes, boom. So...
Bill just looks off into the distance, just has Becca right in front of him going, boom! He just sage nods then.
It's the thought bubble with her face. Like, boom! And then we all die, dipshit.
Pretty much. So yeah, you're glancing around, you're looking at the sets. Here's the thing. I will let you roll empathy if you like, but only one or two of these guys even throw you a glance. Most of them are like, this isn't even necessarily the scared dutiful. In fact, give me the empathy. Just give it to me.
Perception, empathy. My mad skills of perception, empathy.
Do it.
Okay. This is actually yet another fairly strong pool for me.
Do
it.
What?
I fail, however. I am an unempathetic monster.
All right, so yeah, I will not give you that then. Yeah, they aren't looking at you, and that's all that matters, really. So yeah, you saunter through, and as you're glancing around, looking at the various materials they have stocked, like there is a storage room with a big, like, fucking chemical symbol on it. There is also like crates and shit off to one side. Yeah, you could definitely send this place up, like, yeah.
All right, so let's get that cooking.
Get out.
I will
Also,
after
put on your
I
people face, goddammit. I'm distracted.
But I like this picture. Fine.
You didn't
Look
look
at
like
him.
a
He looks
thug.
constipated.
I mean, would he not look a little constipated right now?
Who knows under all of that winter wear?
All right. So yeah,
It's a constipated Bill. I'm blowing up stuff face.
so yeah, you could send this place up, like you could leave a proverbial crater if you really wanted to.
Yes. Good. Good.
So, what, good sir, are you going to do? Because there are several chemicals you will need to accomplish this feat.
I don't know anything about the following categories in real life.
All right, so the little
Chemistry.
the quest
Meth
tracker
labs.
is sending
Working in
you
a meth
over.
lab.
The quest tracker says that you need to go over to the big thing of crates, and then you have to go into the room marked, fucking chemical hazardous shit, and then somehow you need to combine the two, preferably without being right there standing on it when it all comes together and goes boom.
So I'm gonna go over there, but what do I need to roll? Because this is not representing things Bob knows any dick about. Like,
Basically, we'll have you roll for the more innocent seeming of the components that you need. So give me that intelligence science with the extra with your Becca bonus.
the Becca bonus.
Yes.
All right, intelligence science. That's 6 dice again. Oh, fuck me. Why are you doing this to me?
Come on, sidekick. I believe in you. You're a real
It was,
boy.
it was being so good for a second there. But R20 hates me. Okay. Go to R20. What? Why are you playing this game? It didn't matter because, damn it. Unless I have an intelligence specialty called probability calculation, I don't think it'll factor in here. Damn it.
Probability calculation? Yes, it would. In chemistry? Hell yes, it would.
Oh, well, then I have a whole singular success.
Thankfully, it only takes one.
Yeah, it's a good thing I invested in mentals.
Yeah.
Holy fucking shit.
Good thing you got that specialty there, buddy. So yeah. So what are you doing? Just like leaving the gun hanging around you and just like, oh, I guess I'm taking a box full of this. Don't mind me. Just taking this crate.
The gun is hung on him, and yeah, it's a lot of don't mind me. How about mind your fucking business?
All right. Are you just gonna fucking totter with that into the other room?
He looks like a grunt-like creature.
Yep.
Yerp yerp, moving box.
Okay.
Probably something that would make a man his size do.
All right. Let me do one quick check. Do. If it will roll, which would be great.
Oh my god, the suspense. Do we just go back to R20 after this? Like, I think the suspense is killing me more than anything else.
I'm just gonna use the funny thing.
All right.
But
you got a 7.
The patience.
You got a 7.
Oh.
You got 7.
Okay.
And a 10. I don't. You know what? You're the ST. Pick whichever one you want to go with.
I'm taking the goddamn one on Roll20 because it answered in a timely fashion.
Fine.
Oh,
Yeah, you pick up the crate, and you just kind of, work your way through the fucking room. Everyone's cooking their shit. No one even fucking looks at you. They don't look up from their tables. They are dutifully at fucking work. And yeah, you just fucking walk into the hazard chemicals room. That nice little storage closet they got going there.
All right. Sweet. Now what?
So give me one more of those rolls, good sir, with your Becca bonus.
The science one?
Yes.
What will this determine?
Basically, how well you set the whole thing up.
Yeah, I'm spending a willpower to
As we
not
kind of-
instantly die.
Wave our hands and be like, you make chemicals go boom, according to this roll.
Oh, God. All right. I'm sorry. I'll go back to the R20. It was
Go back to the roll 20.
There's muscle memory. Spending a willpower.
Okay.
So with the willpower's 4 successes, there's a 10 in there.
Well, you said probability calculation, right? So
Yeah.
we'll make it 5.
5.
yeah,
That
Probability
is a
calculation would
resounding
be a big
success,
thing.
good sir.
that would be a
And
big
then
thing for.
I
fucking
imagine
thing.
now it's time to leave.
Yeah, basically you set up a thing. You are pretty sure you've arranged it in such a way as that funny thing, when you set it up, it doesn't immediately fucking explode. You basically you set up the 2 chemicals to make
All right.
contact in a lovely, massive fashion. Once you have gotten out of the
That's
fucking
gonna
building.
send this whole place sky high. So Bill walks out because you don't want to draw attention yourself, and he closes the door. And I'm not gonna lie, he's still Bill. So when he does get outside, that's a power walk, kids.
All right. You fucking get out relatively unmolested. In fact, I can't even with you fucking people. You know what? Nah, there's as you are kind of hurrying around the side of the building, you hear a guy go like, "Hey!"
What?
Another you look over, it's another dude in a goddamn
Yeah.
balaclava and a hat. Like
Little fellow mask guard.
he like jerks his thumb back around, like basically as you're like looking to hook around behind the building that you were just in, because that's where the hole out is. He jerks his thumb off to the side where you saw the gate, because you can't smoke over there. You gotta go smoke under the lights.
I was trying to find a place to take a piss, man.
He fucking throws his hands up and kind of waves at you like Jesus fucking like. Yeah, just continues about his walk. In fact, he proceeds to saunter into the building you just came out of.
And now we're back to power walking.
Bill power walks out of the building and around the back. So, Anton, while this has been going on, what have you been doing?
I'm going to building jump to the next building.
Okay,
I hope you do.
Yeah,
that is a good. That's a good first step there, buddy. All right, give me that Dex Athletics. Make yourself a hippity hop.
I'm gonna spend a fucking willpower on this, or this will be fucking tragic.
I would die laughing if you just fucking fell.
Oh wow. No.
No, 5 successes. You're a graceful fucking gazelle as you majestically leap from one building to the next, landing delicately on your little hoofsies.
What Bob is scared of is when Bill's plan comes fully to fruition.
Keep in mind, his shit is starting where yours started, so he's got a minute. Okay.
All right. From what I can tell of where I am, that place is the main drug house, right?
That was where they were doing most of the cooking. It was probably the largest of the buildings, which is why it stuck out far enough to be that close to the fence.
From what I can guess, I imagine the office, like the boss's place, is going to be relatively small because you don't want a big building for the office unless he is compensating. So I'm going to jump. I'm going to jump to another building essentially and try to gain basically an aerial view until I spot Yusuf of where I am. But I'm clearing my way from the fucking drug house, not because I know it's going to blow, but because it's where the most fucking security is.
I mean, to be fair, you literally sent Bill in there to blow it, so it's not a leap of knowledge there.
Yeah, I'm going to vault over again.
All right, go ahead.
I don't know why I'm so nervous. Oh, I imagine lightning reflexes actually will kick into place. That's 2.
Yeah, you're good. It's
Just-
not you are not a majestic fucking gazelle this time, but you do readily jump over and don't have a terrible fucking tumble landing. You get there.
Alright,
That's really the goal.
looks over again, trying to get a more aerial view, and again trying to spot Yosef, still making full advantage of the shadow weaving.
All right. You're not seeing. Oh, well, I'll make a second roll because you're looking again. All right, roll for me. That alertness.
Fuck it, I'll spend a willpower on this. Oh, I see him.
Oh, yeah, you see him.
Which building?
Let me swap. Boop. Yeah, you see him. Basically, you'll see him heading into one of the smaller, less like it's definitely not showy. There's nothing. Yeah. None of these buildings are especially showy. Some of them have a little more going on, but this one
just
isn't.
smaller and considerable size. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah. It's like a little single story, like tucked into the corner between 2 of the buildings.
Here is the fundamental important question: how far away am I from that building? Because I have a window before that building goes.
We'll say it is up the way. Like you've been going across the back building to building. You would have to come up the side, and it's in like the front corner.
All right, I'll start moving my way, and I'll drop a rage to move fast.
Good man. All right, give me 2 more athletics checks. Try not to poop yourself.
I see that past that.
All right. And you pass that. Skin of your teeth. That last one, it's just you've got so much momentum going that you barely fucking catch yourself on the other side. You kind of skid a bit.
It's like, do the no, if I fall back over.
It's like a real Uncharted moment right there.
Yeah. You have a fucking moment where it's like, oh, my life's flashing before my... No, not the light. Oh, okay. I'm fine. I wasn't dramatic. You're dramatic.
Doing that whole fucking laser dance maneuver from fucking Ocean's 12. The fucking soundtrack on in the background and everything.
Oh my god. You actually linked it?
Yep.
Oh my god. So yeah, you vault your way across.
Actually, wait, I have perfect balance, actually. Shit, me successes would have been a lot easier. In terms of landing. So
you
I
get for
probably
not minding your own merits. Yeah, you're fine.
So I was graceful as shit.
Yeah, you fucking rage scamper your way along. Now it is time for me to roll another die. See how you're fucking doing here. And whether anyone's noticed a psycho jumping building to building. They fucking have not! I can't even with these fucking rolls.
Keep in mind with my fucking blur diff, it's outrageous as well to fucking spot me too.
I mean, that would explain why you got a fucking 10. No, you fucking mad dash it all the way to that front area. Now, the building that you want is significantly below the one you're on, like 2 stories shorter.
That's fine. What I'm going to do is carefully take my time scaling down and time my jump so I land without creating too much noise.
All right, strength athletics me down the building.
What does perfect balance do for me there?
For that, since it's a strength base, not a lot. It just means that like the result won't be a loud noise type thing. It's just this is whether or not you manage to get down there without
2.
Yeah.
2.
Yeah, you don't like lose your grip or anything. The harder part is the muscle involved, not necessarily the dexterity. Your landing's fine.
Yep, smooth as silk.
Yeah, so you clamber down on top of it. I assume you're like quickly getting down or something since this is more on eye level.
Yep. The second I land, I'll just spread myself on all fours like onto the ground belly-wise.
All right, so what are you doing, buddy?
Is there a way into the building from the roof?
Alas, no such luck.
Okay, that is fine. I'm going to head around to the like right in front of me. I imagine is where all the courtyard is and all that sort of stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to walk to the back part of the top of the roof and look down and see where a window is?
Well, let's put it this way. So, essentially, 2 of the walls of this building are butting up against other buildings. So you've only got
Yes.
2 walls to work with. So you
Mhm.
could go to kind of the side-ish, but either way, it's all kind of pointed out into the open.
I'll take the side-ish. Definitely the side. It's giving me more momentum, and I can make use of the shadow weaving again to kind of cover my crawl down.
Yeah, you're gonna have to. There's not enough shade there to cover you otherwise.
Yep. Do you need to roll again for it?
What is the text on the
Dexterity.
gift?
Dexterity occult. You
No,
can
like,
roll.
is it active for a scene or
Let me
like?
find it. It's active for a scene.
Then
I
yeah,
got-
you're good. You don't need to
How
re-roll
many
it.
successes? I got like 2 or 3 successes on it.
Yeah, no, you're good.
So yeah,
It's
I
active for
do
a
the
scene.
creep.
That is what it is. You pull a little more shadow in there, and you slink down it like right at that kind of place where the 2 like walls butt up, right in that corner. So now, what you gonna do, buddy?
For a window.
Are you looking? What are you doing?
I'm looking for a window.
I mean, there's
At
a
the
window
side.
there. In fact,
I'm
there's
going to take
a
a look.
big panel of like the 3 window panes side by side. Like there's a pretty big open window area there.
I'm going to take a look in first. Like I'm not going to like stick my head and go, hey. I'll try and like sneak a look in.
Poke up like a little gopher.
Yeah.
And yeah, you take a peek in, a little sneaky peek. And I mean, there's Yosef.
See on his own.
And hold on, jeez.
Okay.
Birches. So along with Yosef, there are a number of people in there. He is talking to this woman.
Do I recognize her?
I mean, no?
No,
You've
she looks suspicious, like the woman from the camera that took Hazel's car.
I might have used the same thing twice without thinking.
Ah.
Actually, no, fuck it. It's the same chick. You do recognize her.
Cool. You just watch. Whisper catching. What am I hearing?
Honestly, it's what you hear is surprisingly deferential. Almost fond, really. And the 2 of them are chattering fairly casually. There's also other people in there, for the most part, keeping their heads down. It's just the 2 of them that are talking. And yeah, it's him just kind of with a certain fondness, with a certain like deferential air about it. Just letting her know what's going on, updating her. She already knows about the obviously they both already know that they've lost a lot of people. So he's probably reporting on, new people found, da-da-da-da-da. We managed to pick up this Spenny. I know it's not as many as you wanted, but was as many as we could get away with cleanly. And she, makes a pouty face at him. Like, it's not as professional air as you might expect, especially with everything else going on in this fucking compound. But between the 2 of them, it's very much like siblings or 2 people who are very close talking. He's very much trying to appease her.
All right. Katie.
Mm-hmm.
The window, right?
Huh?
Okay, there's 2 things I'm going to roll, Katie.
Okay.
First roll is going to be for Apecraft's Blessing. I believe that's Witscraft.
Okay.
Because I have a knife.
You do.
Witscraft, 6 dice.
And then I'm gonna have her roll a thing.
Okay.
I don't. Oh my god! I tried to put the sidekick command in Roll20. See how well she catches on. Oh, she doesn't. Continue.
So, beautiful. She didn't catch on.
No, you lucked
Okay,
out.
cool. I'm assuming there's a point where I can open this window, right?
No, these are those big single panel things. Basically, like, it's one of those things where you can tell the whole point. And, I mean, you can even see through to where there's one on the other wall. The whole point is to give her an open view of the compound.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily to let anything in or
All
out,
right.
just
All
big,
right, that's
heavy windows.
that is even better, Katie. That is even better because eventually she's going to come by the window. So I'm going to hang there and I'm going to wait because at the point in the conversation, they're both going to go and look out. I'm going to wait till Yosef is right in my vision range.
So you hear the two of them keep talking. And yeah, he's basically trying to placate her, talking about these, like, 6 people they picked up. And, you know, I know it's not the same. I know you were, you know, basically, I know they were family, but, you know, soon these ones will be family too, and it will be fine. And she's just pouting about it. But eventually is like, fine. Still need more. He's like, of course, I will get you more. But you only have so much time before you need to sleep, and I will bring them in for you. Just fine. Very sulky. And a couple moments later, you'll hear them moving around, and Yosef does not come by the window.
She does, doesn't she?
No, she does not.
Okay.
I mean, you don't see her come by the window. You can't necessarily, like, automatically know what she's doing, but you do hear someone slump, like, sulkily into one of the, like, spinning chairs.
Mm-hmm.
And you hear the heavy boots, and you hear the door open off on the other, you know, the other wall.
Okay. Does anyone else sound like they're leaving?
I'll say, like, you hear 2 more sets of boots. Actually, no, here in the compound, no, he just walked out by himself.
Okay.
You see him, like, and I mean, are you turning to glance around?
Yep.
And yeah, I mean, it's definitely Yosef, and he's walking, you know, down the nice little worn down footpath there, like, headed away, kind of rubbing the back of his head.
That's perfect because she's alone now, and all I need to do is kill her.
I will remind you, she is not the only person in there.
No, but
he's not there.
that's the point. Anton is
Yeah.
going straight for the head of the snake because he knows what's about to happen next. So, Katie,
Mm-hmm.
what I'm going to do, I'll look behind me at the building, and I'll wait approximately 2 minutes, and then I'm going to go through the pane of glass and Krynos and just boom. You know what I mean? I mean, just a blitzkrieg strike on her, essentially, overwhelming her. Essentially, is what I'm going to do.
All right, we're gonna do a quick roll. Gonna need a reasonably high score. This not be a thing.
What are we doing?
I'm doing a quick roll because.
Yeah, if she's trying to see me, it's like 4 successes, a diff 9.
Oh no, it's just you've been doing a lot of running around, and Bill only took so long to set everything up.
Yeah,
we're basically rolling to see.
Yeah, I'm actually hoping the explosion comes in time with my fucking jump in.
In that case, it sadly it does not.
No, that's fine. That's even better distraction.
Which
is
the one you're actually hoping for?
I'm hoping that'll come in time, but I can adapt if it doesn't.
No, it definitely doesn't. It seems to be like the clock must still be running on it.
Mm-hmm. That's fine. I'm gonna take the risk now. I got a plan to get out as well, so fuck it. I'm going.
All right, so you're just gonna fucking dive in Krynos?
Yeah, come straight through that fucking glass because the last thing she's expecting is a Krynos werewolf coming through the fucking door.
So what I'm gonna need you to roll, as weird as this sounds, because ballistic glass is a thing, is in Krynos, obviously, is essentially strength and I'm just gonna throw Brawl in with it because I mean you're
Can I-
trying to slam through the glass.
Can I spend a willpower?
Since this isn't a combat maneuver, technically yes.
Oh! Oh shit!
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 successes.
You know what? It's one of those things where you slam through it, and you kind of like you get a little more scraped than you would normally. I don't even know how ballistic glass responds when it's finally broken. I can't even, but that's 8 successes, and you're in Krynos. I'm gonna have you soak like just I don't know, like 3 lethal just from the shards, because I don't imagine it shatters in a traditional fashion, and it probably like breaks in a really weird way and kind of scrapes at you.
Yep.
So roll me that
Oh,
soak.
Yeah, fine.
All right, yeah, you go through it. In a weird defiance of science and nature, and like, yeah, people inside the building start like screaming and running.
Like I said, I'm
And
planning to strike her because she won't even probably have time to hit me. You know what I mean? That's what I was planning to hit her with. You know, like a ambush essentially.
sadly, the actual extra action for an ambush will get kind of mitigated. But I will let you roll initiative to see if you get first action.
I really fucking hope I do, because otherwise, ugh. Thankfully, you can't use dominate in fucking combat.
If it was easy, it wouldn't be any fun.
Ooh, yes. I think it is that, yeah. If it was 4, it is, yeah, it is 9. I get 12.
Jesus, +9, that is nuts.
Dex 5, wits 4.
All right. You have Dex 5?
In Krynos.
Oh, okay. I was about to be like, what the just happened?
In Krynos. I'm in Krynos. You get 1 extra dexterity.
Yeah, you do. I was just, for a second there, I had a moment. Oh, you're lucky as
Jesus.
shit. Yeah, you get first action. As people whirl around, people are screaming and launching around.
All right.
But she whirls and sees you. You're just already in motion. You've got the momentum built up.
It's Dex 5 plus Brawl 3 is 8 dice. I will spend 2 rage.
Okay.
I'm actually sweating. That's 2. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take away 2 is 3 successes to hit.
All right. I have to weigh things out now because she does not have rage.
Would she even have time to dodge that? That's what I'm
That's
wondering.
the thing is One second, let me look at a thing. Okay. Yeah, just roll it. Fuck. I'm looking through my shit here and screaming inside.
One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 4 aggravated damage. Don't ignore the +9. I forgot to take that off.
Yeah, fair.
So that's 4 aggravated damage.
And can she soak gag? I don't think she can.
If she doesn't have fortitude, she can't soak gag.
Oh? You come in, you fucking rocket through a window, and you slash her.
She doesn't have rage action, does she?
She doesn't, but she does have a normal action, sir.
No, I'm just saying. Come
Good
on.
sir.
Come on. Come on.
Oh, I'm coming on.
Can't use dominate. I know you're fucking sin.
Do you?
I'm a vampire player. I know what happens when you go up against a werewolf.
All right, what is your wits alertness?
7.
You're an ass.
I have high wits.
You do.
Yeah, it's 7 with 7 wits. Yeah, wits 4, alertness 3, 7 dice. No, 7, difficulty 7.
Difficulty 7. Man, I'm gonna be so sad. I'm not gonna be mad, but I'll be sad.
Come on, roll it.
Ah,
Not as sad and mad as I'm gonna be if she fucking passes this. I know what you're doing.
I bet you do. The chances of her getting. What's your willpower?
My willpower, it's perm, so 7.
Yeah, it's almost impossible for her to get enough for you to forget that she was ever there.
Mm-hmm.
Waffling. Let me annoy myself real fast. I don't want to undersell. Okay. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jesus, she actually rolled really well.
Of course she did. God damn it.
So yeah, I mean, you slash her, you get fucking purchase, and she
And she's gone.
vanishes.
Yeah.
She's not. I mean, in anyone's defense, really, it's not like she is disappeared. But yeah, physically, she just fucking appears. And what she's going to do is immediately fucking like dive under a desk.
Ha! She can't take a move action same round, so fuck you. No, I wouldn't know that as a character. Anton wouldn't know that. But what Anton's gonna do, Katie, is for the next 2 rounds.
Basically, like, if she has to, she'll just fucking hit the ground if she can't technically take a move action. But yeah, she just fucking disappears.
I'm going to windmill everything that was in her direction in hopes of hitting her. I'm going to just swing like a motherfucker.
Yep.
So
I mean, you immediately like snag up the chair and like pitch it off to the side, grab a desk, roll it over, like you start tearing things apart.
So is there a chance that I will hit her? Do you need me to roll?
High or low, Torna?
Oh, don't do this to me.
You can't say that to me. How many times have lives hung in the fucking ballots?
Probably high, but I'll probably fail, so go for it. High. Oh! Oh!
So what I'm gonna have you do is roll your strength and damage. You basically start winging things around, and she's smart enough to stay fucking low because the chances you're gonna think to stomp around are not so good.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Ooh, Jesus! Hey, she can suck bashing.
Bashing? I'm doing it over my claws.
Yeah, but I assume you're also windmilling shit around.
No, I'm just swinging my claws around.
Oh no, she's not up in arm range unless you're fucking scraping the floor and shit.
Yeah, everything. I'm hitting everything. Everything I can see. Everything. Or if you want me to take the bashing, I'll take it.
I was gonna say, you can, like, if you want to say that you start smacking items around, it's a much higher chance, because her first fucking move is gonna be trying to get out of your fucking reach.
Yeah, I'll fucking
I'll give her I'll roll for the bashing. You might still torp her out.
Go for it. Yeah,
so realistically, she hasn't had time to blood buff.
Nope.
And I mean, she's only so fucking old. So nah, we'll stay realistic. She soaks like 1 of it. And you hit her with what? 4 ag off the bat?
Yep.
Now I have to look up a thing because I don't know if that goes out if you lose consciousness.
She's taken 2 bashing. Bashing is halved on Kindred.
Oh, thank you for reminding me. She's barely mobile.
I have a second rage action, Katie.
Yeah, you basically you're throwing things around, it's ricocheting around the room, you're swiping. Like, it's not necessarily that you mean to throw things, it's just your wild fucking cyclone of chaos. Mm-hmm. Shit's flying. And yeah, one of them clunks into her. And she move? Huh? She move? Oh yeah, I mean, she keeps moving. I mean, at this point, I don't know how well you'll fucking notice. She's like on the fucking ground. It just looks like it bounces.
That's the thing with obfuscate. If she's moved and it's something's hit off her, it'll break the obfuscate. That's why look up obfuscate 4 if that's what you're using.
Oh, let me.
That's a very important point that you have to actually check. Because
Okay,
if
let
she's
me look.
moved, if it's hit her and she's moved, then I can see her again. I think
Alright.
that's from what I remember, that's how it works. Obfuscate 4.
A successful roll means do. Okay. A person subject to vanishing.
Because I remember that was a big thing in Odessa when I'd used it before and I had to keep out of the range of everything.
Failure means the person stands. Nope. I should have made you roll that fucking save though. It doesn't really say that getting hit would take you out of it. In theory, it's things. You know what? I'll have you make an alertness check to see if you catch on to the thing hitting her and not the ground, because it's like off in the peripheral.
110.
That's technically enough.
Hey, buddy. Hey, hi. Hey. Jesus, I just get her. I barely get her, but I just get her. I just nick her. I'm a second rage action.
I'm trying to decide if she can. Actually, because you don't appear until the second or until the following action. You're invisible through whatever action it is.
Oh,
weirdly enough.
That's my main action. I'm dropping 2 rage again.
Oh god. Yeah. So basically, the second rage action is more flailing, but yeah, you spot the inconsistency, and you latch onto it for a second, and yeah, she fucking reappears.
I swing. That's my hit. I don't know if she's on the ground or not.
Yeah, she is.
That's
getting out of range is important.
3 successes.
All right. I have to look up more things.
I mean, is she dodging me?
I mean, you know what?
That would be the fundamental question here before she does anything, because I'm about to hit her.
I'm trying to decide if it would actually make a difference if she did or not. Because you've still got 2 rage actions before anyone would actually be able to intervene.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus. I guess she's gonna try?
It's up to you. What do you think she would do? Like, she's been.
I mean, I imagine she'd frantically try. She's not going to be sitting there doing the math of rage and shit. So,
yeah, exactly. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
Like, is she going to die? Like,
yeah, let me roll at her extremely fucking debilitated state, because she's at what? 4 ag, 2 bashing.
Yep.
So she's at a -5.
Yeah.
And, blood buffs only work so well, and she can't do it yet because it's not her action.
Yep. It's almost like I completely bulversed her.
You jerk. You big jerk. So if her dex is about like so, and her athletics is about like so, she's going to get like all of... You know what? This is 3 successes?
Yep.
I mean, she can try to scoot some off of it. Fuck it. That's fucking tragic.
Go on, get an equal number of dice to my dice. I'll pull the dirty shot lord card on you.
She dodges off 1 whole success. Or no, she doesn't. That's...
Oh, no, that's a fail, isn't it? She's
that's a fail.
dodging a diff 4. I was like, ah.
No, that's a fail.
Um,
She
oh,
just kind of reels back. She doesn't get out of range.
there you go, Katie.
So I suppose my question here is, at what point, because God help me, you're the vampire player and I'm not, at what point is it torpor and at what point is it dust?
If she's on bashing, right? How much ag was she on originally?
Like 4?
Some 4. And how
I
much
can
does she
probably
take?
see, let's see how much she soaks out of this one. Or no,
Does
she
she have
can't.
fortitude?
She
That's
can't.
the
So 1,
yeah.
2,
If she had,
3, 4.
yeah, that's the thing.
I mean,
One,
at this point you just did 7 ag.
she's dead.
So
She's
she's Ash?
Yeah, 7
Okay.
straight ag on soak. Yeah, no, that's 7 plus 4. That's 11 levels of ag in her ag. No, there's no way. She's
Yeah,
dead.
you spot her, reel around, feel free to narrate the strike you do, but I mean, you're not going to have the satisfaction of playing with the body, sadly.
No, that's cool. That's even better. So I bull rush and what happens is I'll slam her up against the wall and I just puncture my claw right through her chest, comes through her chest. I imagine even parts of it get hit into the wall, and I lock eyes. The big werewolf eyes lock into her eyes, as I imagine. She just starts to, depending on her age, if she's very, very young, she'll still be humanish for a bit before she dissolves into ash. If not, she'll just slowly dissolve as ash right in front of me. But I just lock eyes with her, just dead in the face, waiting for the light to pass out of her eyes.
Yeah, she's not that old. So it takes a minute. And
Yeah.
dude, when you finally make that last lunge, she screams. It is like just a horrified, like,
And
young girls scream as you fucking
And the last
snag
thing
her up.
last thing I say is she, like, the claws go in and I imagine there's that kind of awkward moment of, oh, you know what I mean? I just say, I win. Now she won't understand what I'm saying because that all comes out as, you know what I mean? But Anton says, I win.
I mean, she looks just straight disbelieving for a hot minute. Like, looks down, looks up, doesn't seem to really register. And of all the shit, because I mean, she is essentially dead. She is in the process of breaking down. And as she finally comes apart, she like actually reaches up and tries to touch your face, like she just can't comprehend that you were there and she's dead. Your big fucking snarling muzzle, and she reaches up to touch it.
Yeah, and what I do almost coldly, I will rip the claw back out, and with those 2 rage actions, I'm going back out the window.
And with your roll technically being on the higher half of 10, even though I hate indistinct middle of the road rolls, as you plunge back out into the compound, thankfully before you head for the building itself, that shit blows. There's a bunch of people running and screaming. You started to hear, like, especially as you like yanked the claw back out of her, bullets. So many bullets, Anton.
Yep.
And yeah, there's at least one case of like, there's actually more than one person who are just screaming in rage and fury and
madness.
Yeah.
They're probably clawing their eyes out and stuff like that, trying to like pick up her ash and shit. Like, ghouls lose their shit when their dominator's killed.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there is a lot of screaming going on. There is a hail of bullets, and I would have to make you start rolling a bunch of shit, but with the luck die coming up good, the building blows. And the sheer concussive force, I want you to give me a
Sure, yeah.
I'm gonna say a Dex Athletics to keep your feet as that fucking blast rolls over.
Ooh, I should have spent willpower. That is a fail, but not a botch.
I mean, look at it this way. If your Krynos ass gets slammed back against a wall, imagine what's happening to the normal sized people.
Yeah, true.
The gunfire, like, some of them are randomly wildly firing, but yeah, that building comes a fuck apart. Like, there are hunks of building flying across the compound. They are on fire. Everything's on fire.
Now, Katie, I can see Yosef, yes.
I mean, he kind of got swept out of sight by the blast. And actually, I don't know how well you would have seen him in the first place if he hadn't left the building yet.
That's fine. But yeah, no, I'm just gonna up and move. You know, probably spending another additional rage just to fucking. You know what I mean?
How much rage have you spent?
I hadn't 2 that I had spent because I got blasted back to back to the building, so I don't know if they got spent or not.
I will say you didn't spend those. Just don't forget that you spent one running over, or actually, did you spend 1 or 2 running over the building, and then spent
1.
2 in combat?
I spent 1 running over the building.
Yeah, and then spent 2 in combat. So
Yeah, and I got
you
a rage.
did get 1
guard.
for joining combat.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can spend 1 to blast the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is horrific chemical fire everywhere. Like
Yeah.
it smells like burning chemicals. This is not even
Yeah.
subtle.
I'll drop that Gnosis for Master of Fire as well, just to be on the safe side. And I'll immediately pop down into Hamid, because this is going to be easier than running out of the place, wobbling out of a Krynos form. You know, and just be like, Bill! You know, coughing.
Are you going for the hole in the fence? What are you doing? Because if you're in Hamid, it means you're going to have to... Actually, you know what? Fuck it. A lot of that fence is demolished. No, you can just run out.
Yeah,
You're not the
I'll
only
run out.
one running out either. Some of them are on fire. It's unfortunate, really.
Yeah, no, I'm making a break for it. Seeing if I can catch Bill in the distance. I'm making a break for the fucking car. Full speed, full suicide mission run.
All right, Bill. It took a minute, but man, was that a satisfying explosion. It must have taken out at least 3 or 4 of the adjacent buildings just from the sheer size of the hunks that flew off.
Huh. That's nice. And Psycho Bill's not a nice guy. He's kind of admiring his handiwork here. In terms of people, what's going on with the people out there? Like,
mean-
you described a lot of things happening at once.
Basically, after the building blows, a lot of people got thrown. In the wake of it, you see some people like scattering. Cars have been flipped and thrown.
I'm talking about the Bedlam prior.
The Bedlam Prior? For the most part,
Scream crying and guns going off and shit. Like,
basically just before it blew, you heard like, what form are you in?
I'm in Graber.
Gabriel?
Graber.
You would have probably heard a bit of the end of that shriek from her, and probably some furious yelling and like just screams of fury and rage, and then boom. You probably heard the beginnings of it, like you heard the beginnings of a rain of fucking gunfire, which was promptly cut short. Someone has still probably got their finger hooked on something and is misfiring wildly around, but yeah, any horrible assault that was gonna happen got broken up pretty good by that explosion.
Okay. Are there any survivors running around?
There are some people on fire. There's even 1 or 2 that aren't on fire that are running. Most of them, however, are like thrown all over the place, crawling maybe. A lot of the activity, where are you?
I don't know, man. You just let me get away from the building, and I'm not sure where I ended up because we went to Anton.
Have gone.
I don't know. I don't know the layout of this place.
If you're standing back and away from it because there's about to be a big boom, you'll see some movement. You'll see one person like run off this way that's not on fire. You'll see a couple people scatter off into the woods that are on fire. They're easier to see being on fire. But ain't nobody looking too good.
That's fine. I'll spend the entire magazine hosing down the survivors and then skedaddle.
That is the thing you can do. Yeah, most of your view is dominated by building on fire or remains of building on fire.
Yeah, no, that's just Bill's parting thing. Is and then leave.
Actually, if I can see Bill, I'll flag him down. As to be honest, Anton will say, "We got Joseph to kill. She's dead."
Yeah, you see Bill because you see him just murder these people.
They comes out like I'm covered in dust and blood, and Joseph's still alive. I got your one though.
Bill changes magazines. Okay. Any idea where he is?
Gestures back.
Let's go perform a mercy killing.
I'm taking Krynos.
All right, let me ponder a few things here. Yeah, honestly, all things considered, what are you doing? Where are you going?
Back the way we came to finish off Yosef.
Where are you looking for?
In that building that his dead mistress would be in.
Funny thing how that works. Yeah, I mean, as you said yourself, fools don't cope well. So yeah, you find him calling raggedly for her. And honestly, probably has slumped down by now, kind of defeatedly, because you had to go and get Bill and come back. Just slumped down defeatedly against that wall where you killed her with a hand in the dust. Throat's
God,
raw.
Baba,
He's pretty fucked up.
Oh God, Bob! I realize what scene this has turned into.
Oh
no!
I mean, put it in the side chat. I'm not 100% sure.
It's the fucking Brave Fight Matter.
Oh no, it is.
Yeah. So, Katie,
Uh-huh.
when I see that, I will shift down from Krynos back to Hama, because fuck it. Let's do this. Let's make this personal. Turn and look at Bill. Grab him by the hair. Let's drag him out to see what he looks like. Bring her ashes.
I mean, what do you want me to do? Get a vacuum as he grabs him by the hair?
I mean, he kind of tries to smack you off, but it's half-hearted. He is like, this is a full-grown, massive adult man, just fucking broken. Tears, snot, everything.
Anton will
He's
lean
not
down.
trying that hard.
Anton will lean down and take a scoop of the ash in his hand. Looks at it. Looks at him.
Yeah, as Bill kind of polices him in. This is where I will initiate a strength brawl check to see if you can keep a hold on him, buddy.
Okay.
Because when Anton goes for the ashes, he'll get very agitated.
All right, let me check my sheet. Sheet, you're getting in the way of sheet. All right,
Curse you,
there we
sheet.
go. Curse you, sheet, for getting in the way of sheet. Okay, so that's not actually a very bad pool at all. Strength brawl check comes up to...
And I'm only a little sorry because,
Potence.
yeah.
Potence! Depends on how much potency he has, really.
Yeah. How does that fucking factor out in fucking modern? Because I know some of them switched out, and I'm easily confused.
It depends on what generation she was. Typically, it's only the 1 dot of potence.
Well,
Like, she would
yeah,
have
but
to be
do you
like-
have to spend blood, or do you just automatically get the boost? Like,
If you spend blood, it counts as automatic success. If you don't, it's just an additional dice.
okay.
So say you have strength 2 and you have a dot in potence, that means you have a strength. When you're rolling your strength damage, you roll your 2 strength dice and your potence dice if you don't spend for it. If you spend for it, it's like an automatic success on your strength, like damage wise. But if you don't, it just passively becomes part of your strength.
I mean, he's losing his shit. He's probably not gonna think to spend for it, so.
So it'll just be passively part of his strength. So like whatever his strength is plus his potence.
I'm only a little sorry for his dice pool. Like I said, this is a big, burly, beefed up dude. Yeah, he snaps
Gets away
out
from
and just.
Bill.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it's not even that aggressive. There's just this, I mean, and it's ragged, like voice cracking. It's just screaming, "Don't touch her!" and fucking like slams your fucking hand, like kind of to force you to drop the ashes. Like that's all he's doing.
What's terrifying is that Anton complies and lets the ashes blow away in the wind.
I mean, and the worst part is like he breaks out and you expect this big thing. He smacks the hand, the ashes start drifting. And yeah, he just fucking almost immediately collapses again. Just fucking broken sobs.
Anton will walk over towards him, standing beside Bill. Kneels down in front of him. Do you remember that conversation we had on the phone?
Just fucking shakes his head, still just sobbing. He can't fucking pull that shit up. He is too deep in
When you
it.
told me you were gonna take my people, you're gonna kill me. You're going to teach me a lesson.
He just kind of, I mean, you don't even know if he's saying no. He just keeps shaking his head, just sobbing, like full body racked sobbing.
Bill, make him look at me.
Bill will manually force this to happen.
I mean, it's hard. He's not fighting back anymore. Not right now. He kind of
You
takes a whack at you once, but like not even a punch. It's just kind of a happy slap, really.
Now, Yusuf, here's what's going to happen. So pick up another piece of the ash with Bill holding this guy.
Lunging again. Seems to get very agitated when you touch the ashes, and I'm sorry.
Yep.
All right, Bob. Technically, we've got equal pulls, so I only feel a little bad.
So I had 3.
You have 3. He's only got 1. You hold him this time.
Oh,
It looked like this time he was
Okay.
getting more incensed, like he was actually meaning to go for you, but nah, he gets held back.
oh. I blow the ashes in his face, like her ashes all over him. You feel that? You feel that? That is a reminder you're going to live with the next time you think my name. You even think of coming for my people. Because you don't belong here anymore. You don't belong here. This is my land, my territory. I want you to remember this day for the rest of your life. Because you come back, I'll take everything from you again and keep you alive.
Yeah, it's just more, especially like you blast the ashes in his face, and it's just more like even the worst he tries to do is free up a hand just to reach up and like rub his face. Still like with tear streaks in the ash.
He'll stand up. Leave him.
Bill lets him go.
He just drops.
Danton just starts walking off.
All right. How about you, Bill? Just gonna start walking off?
When Bill sees that Anton is not looking anymore, he will pull the revolver out of his waistband, and he'll remove all but one bullet and drop it in front of him. Or, you could just check out. Doesn't make a difference to me. Bye. And he leaves.
Oh yeah, you leave a broken husk of a man sobbing on the ground.
With a gun with one bullet in it.
Mm-hmm. Let's see how far. Let's check a thing here.
I mean, God, Jesus Christ, his mind must be fucking broken at this stage. Jesus.
I only meant to roll once. Yeah, I mean, you guys don't even make it like to that first like that exploded building on your way out before you hear the fucking bang. Gun goes off. Just one shot.
Anton doesn't look back.
Neither does Bill.
Cool guys don't look at explosions.
I mean, yeah, we get in the car, drive back because we're going to tell Becca what we just did.
Oh boy. All right. Get back in the car. You guys have a long fucking drive ahead of you. I assume you would like to continue and actually have that conversation, so.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
All right. So yeah, you guys get in the car. Any conversation on your potentially hour or better ride?
Bill will finally be in Hamid and take his mask off and fucking not rub his face because that's how you get a rash. But he won't say anything. He looks so vacant, staring out the windshield.
And I'll just light a cigarette.
Just chain smoke the whole way. All right, buddy. So you guys get back. Assume let yourselves in.
Yeah, because Anton's going for Becca, but Bill's actually going for Ambrose.
All right. So let me get number 1, number 2.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll probably check the Becca first before I go talk to Hazel.
Yep. So yeah, we'll start with the 1. So Anton, you're heading inside. And yeah, it's not gonna be that hard to find Becca, really. And yeah, she's just chilling on the couch, putzing around on her phone.
I mean, I don't think we changed. So like, we come in just covered in like building dust, bits of blood. You know what I mean? It's like, Jesus, we just like come to a fucking war zone.
Hilariously, she didn't bleed on you.
No, I mean like blood from everybody else. Oh, she didn't bleed on me? Oh, cool. I'm just covered in ash then.
Yeah, vampires, like, it's really creepy in that you have to make an effort to bleed.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you're covered in, like, ash and dust. So yeah, she kind of, I mean, are you doing anything particular or just sauntering in?
And I just walk in quite coldly, you know, and she'll see me.
Yeah, she kind of flicks a glance up. What you been doing, playing in that basement again?
I put the rifle down on the table, like, begin to disassemble it.
Just kind of quirks a brow.
Don't answer.
Hey, Anton, you all there?
No one.
What?
Yosef. His vampire. They're all dead. Their meth business on fire.
What, are you serious?
Yeah, we blew it up.
Who's we?
Me and Bill.
Probably gets up, like, the phone kind of clicks off and is just dropped on the couch. Is that where you fuckers went all night?
Yeah.
Fuck me. You didn't say shit to nobody.
No. No, we didn't.
The fuck didn't you tell me?
Because it was something Bill and I had to do on our own.
Kind of gets a bit of a tight look.
I couldn't have you there this time. Not with that vampire there.
So what? It's just over now.
For now, it is. We'll have to learn. We'll have to rebuild and figure out where we're going next. But trouble from them, it's over. Friend, they're over.
Killed a vampire.
With permission from her rival, who cleared the way open for us.
What?
Shrugs. I got the green light.
What fucking green light? Why did we need a green light? Why didn't you take me?
Did you really want to see what me and Bill were doing over there?
Yeah, I fucking did.
Really?
Plunks down in the next seat over. Yeah. You said they're gone? All of them are gone?
The ones that matter are gone. Some junkies and flunkies are not going to stick around long. Besides, I made Joseph watch. And he shot himself.
Do you idly picks up one of the pieces of the rifle, looks it over, kind of sulkily plops it back down. It was a dick anyways.
Well, he's gone. And his vampire. So, here's your options. This is me telling you this. You can either stick with this business, or you and your dad can maybe try build something proper.
I don't fucking know.
You guys are good mechanics. There's plenty in the city, plenty in the town that would be really good at a good mechanical work.
So just like that, you went and fucking killed her.
Just like that. For you. To keep you safe. And give you a chance at a normal life. I went and I burned that building to the ground. And we executed the people who were on fire in there. We killed everybody. More or less everybody. Killed the vampire and then gave Joseph a choice. Live with the shame or take his own life. Took his own life.
Fuck. Tips back the chair. That hazardously far back lean.
Now I'm giving you an opportunity to start a new life, a proper life.
Finally snaps forward again. Gets up from the chair. Starts kind of just idly moving. She's not leaving the room. Just kind of paces a couple steps. I don't fucking know.
I think you should take it. Doesn't mean we're not going to stop doing what we're doing here. We can't.
All this shit. Burn down a fucking house.
Yeah.
Fucking just keeps idly pacing the room, not going out, just kind of wandering like she doesn't know where to go. Finally kicks one of the logs in the fireplace.
He'll stand up and walk over. Put a hand on her shoulder. It's done.
It's just fucking done, and I was sitting here playing on my fucking phone.
Becca. There's some things I'll have to do that I can't bring you on. This was one of them.
Why not?
I couldn't take the risk. I couldn't risk you.
Reaches up, kind of like rubs her brow for a second. Throws the hand up briefly and lets it flop.
We still got a fight to do. And we still got a lot of fights left. I'm gonna need you for that.
Just all of this shit. Turned our fucking house.
I know.
And all of a sudden they're just fucking gone.
I told you I'd take care of you. I told you I was gonna make them pay it back.
Fuck them. She like fucking kicks one of the logs again. She probably shouldn't be kicking an active fucking fire, but she's doing it anyways. She got boots
You-
on.
Pull her back. Hey, stop that.
You pull her back and she kind of fusses about it a bit. Like, initially gives a wrestle or two, but settles down when you finally got her backing away from the fire.
Still gonna be plenty of fights out there.
Yeah, I know. Just fuck. All this shit, all this fucking hiding, fucking putting Dad back in the RV, leaving the fucking garage, and now they fucking die.
We can rebuild.
Money don't grow on trees.
We'll figure it out. I've got some money.
Yeah.
Like I said,
She finally starts kind of ramping down a little bit, leaning on him a little more instead of being all stiff.
just rub her shoulder with his hand. You're welcome. Smirking.
It's like that brief flick of a glance over, like you didn't just, but he's smirking and all, and it's easygoing. Yeah. God, I would have rather shot him in the face myself.
Nah. Much more satisfying to know that he pulled the trigger himself because he couldn't take it.
Yeah, satisfying for you. You were fucking there.
Just size. Yeah.
Still leaning on him. Just, I mean, it's Becca. She's just kind of latched onto it.
So we'll figure out what to do next. We know what we're doing here with the gang, and I'm still gonna need you to be motivating them and shit. They're all hopped up on Fuck Thunder. It's time to put them out in the fight.
Yeah.
So we'll figure out what to do.
And at the rate you guys go through cars, you really can't
Your car-
afford to go anywhere else.
Your car's fine.
Not my first one. Got
That-
plates.
We'll peck her on the cheek. You're fine. Okay.
Just saying. Clearly can't just go on anywhere else. What do you guys do without me? Within a month, you'd be out of cars completely. You have to walk everywhere.
Yep.
Kind of smirking faintly.
So you're staying then?
I ain't going nowhere.
Good. It's starting to walk. I'll be back in a minute.
Where you going?
Gotta go talk to your dad.
Yeah. He kind of gives a wave, finally plunks back down.
We'll look over. See in my room then, as he's walking.
Ooh.
That reminds me, I need to roll a thing. 'Cause it's morning. Yeah. Oh wait, don't roll here. Roll it there. I don't trust you. Ton of a bitch, Heidi.
It's almost like she knows Anton is there.
Yep. So in the meantime, Mr. Bill, you have taken the lovely little snowlit stroll out to the RV. What you doing when you get there?
Knock on the door because it's not like it's his house. Someone else's house car.
It is someone else's house car, and it is the unholy hours of the morning, so it takes a minute. You hear kind of the movement after a couple moments, and finally a kind of bedheaded Ambrose comes over and like he kind of opens the door, rubbing his hair, looking kind of puzzled. Yes.
Your would-be rivals in the meth business are all dead now. With
What?
the exception of one or two survivors that I didn't quite hit.
There's a moment where he kind of squints, eyes kind of shut, tries to put all that together. I need coffee. Come on.
And he comes in.
And yeah, he beckons you in, and you can see even inside a big ass RV, and this is one of the ones with the panels that kind of slide out. So there's a pretty sizable bit of room in there. It's kind of like a small house. He goes over, and there's like the no shit Keurig. And he just like pops out one of the pods, throws it in there, and like holds up a finger, fucking hits the button. Kind of winces over how loud it is,
That
taking a
fucking
glance once or twice to the end of the little hall. There's one or two doors. I mean, there's a bathroom there, and there's probably a bedroom. So he like kind of takes a little glance at the door, like, ugh, and gets his coffee, looks around, kind of casts around for a second, finally like slips his feet into like a fucking pair of like rain galoshes because fuck it, it's easy. Grabs the fucking throw blanket off the couch and gestures to the door again. Come on, you should not be allowed in here.
Yeah,
She
once
is
they
still
get
sleeping.
outside, he'll look at keeping somebody in there.
Yes.
All right.
For what it's worth, you saw that the like there was pretty clearly like a pillow and blankets like kind of disheveled around on the couch.
Yeah. Yeah, Bill doesn't understand the full circumstances, so he's coming to his own conclusions.
My only point is there's clearly someone there, and he was clearly asleep on the couch. So
He's coming to his own conclusions.
he just kind of throws you a puzzled look and cherishes this coffee, wrapping himself up in the blanket because fuck it, a coat would have been too hard. So what is happening?
Anton and I went to the place that the people who tried to kill you kept to themselves. And we killed pretty much everyone there.
There's a moment. Short nod. Oh.
Like I said, there were one or two people who I just didn't manage to hit as they ran. I don't think they want to come back.
I imagine not. Kind of still looking a little owlish, kind of processing.
You're the only guy I know that I've talked to in the last few months that's a person and not what I am.
Kind of throws him a puzzled look. Yes.
What does it mean when you stop caring?
It depends on what you stop caring about.
I can't tell if I burnt them alive or they all just exploded. I guess some of them I did burn alive to a degree. And I walked around and I shot people who were crying and screaming on the ground, and it was like I wasn't even there. It was like somebody else was doing it.
There's like a little bit of a nose wrinkle. A thoughtful one. It means you are, like a soldier. It's part of job.
Ambrose, in the last couple of days, I've killed over 30 people. And as much as I like you, and I could say that it was fueled by some sort of protective revenge, in the bigger picture of how this all started, I don't even know why. I used to be an office clerk. You know what I used to get nervous about? My 401k.
This is fair. I believe it starts when Anton went with my girl to one of our dealings, pick up product. And he saw the vampire there, heard her, saying she would kill my daughter. And he did not respond well to this. They did not respond well to him. And it became war.
Well, I don't have as cheery an outlook on this as maybe I should. So I'm going to say this, and Anton's been very clear about me not forcing anybody's hand, but I'm going to say it anyway. I don't think it'll be more than 3 months before somebody else fills their shoes.
There's a thoughtful little nod.
And I think that if you and Becca go back into the life, there's going to come a day where me and Anton can't get you out again. So I'd really appreciate it, because I like you and I like Becca, if you two would just not get into that life again. You're very good mechanics, and I understand that 9 to 5 work sucks if you're not working for yourself, which I don't think you'll be able to do right off the bat, but I've got a lot of money, so maybe you can. If I just give you the startup capital.
Garage is gone. House is gone.
Startup capital, I buy new garage. You call me a silent partner, I get a cut of the profits, which I'll then dump back into the business because I don't want to deal with the headache of moving up in a tax bracket.
Just kind of shrugs.
I don't want you going back into the life. I will make the sacrifices necessary to keep you from going back into the life if you're willing to just go straight and not have to worry about keeping an eye over your shoulder from here on in. At least not over that kind of shit.
It's finally this kind of vague, sleepy, almost a smirk, bit of a grin. So you're saying you would like us to stay?
Yeah.
Finally reaches out and gives Bill a good hearty like pat on the shoulder. We will talk more when I am fully awake, but
yes, this is not the worst alternative we have had. Usually, something like this happens, we leave whole state, go several states. It's easier. And the drug peddling is not ideal, but it's very easy to pick up on the spot. Good money fast, then we leave again. But I am not opposed to staying or to having proper job. It is not that it is something I dislike. I do not like the drugs. He kind of like idly gives a wave. I do not like selling them, especially not when it is mostly children who come looking for them. The young ones in the high school, just kind of again the dismissive wave. I do not like it. There are things I like a lot less than working as a mechanic. This has good potential.
Okay.
Finally offers out a hand,
Bill will take it.
gives your hand a shake. I look forward to working with you.
I look forward to entering the wide world of venture capitalism.
Kind of an idle snort. And I'll say that's about long enough, maybe, for as fucking Ambrose is standing there in big fucking brightly colored galoshes, wrapped in a blanket, kind of nursing a cup of coffee. Anton will walk up as they're dropping the handshake. And Ambrose, of course, will look over once you get into a certain range and offer a polite enough nod. He still looks kind of, pulled out of bed.
I'm going to go
Well,
on a
that's fine.
patrol outside the boundaries.
Of course.
I want to see what there is to see out there.
Sure.
And off Bill goes into the blue din of the early morning to go see what there is to see.
I was just light the cigarette very calmly looking at Ambrose. He convinced you to stay?
I am not so hard to convince.
I mean, if you need money from me, I don't mind giving it.
I feel that between the two of you, we will be well funded. The hard part is having a place to stay that is not RV. Then he kind of jerks the thumb over his shoulder. And acquiring a new garage with proper, tools. I
So
have
we'll-
most of the small ones, but
We'll all sit down together and work out a plan. I think that'll
Yeah.
be the best thing.
he gives a nod.
Me, you, Bill. Shrugs. What about her? Did you find the place?
The house? Yes.
No, it's suitable for someone with disabilities.
Yes, it is.
Nod. And the worry now is she can go collect her brother freely, then she won't have any tail on her.
If you have handled the problem as well as Bill says, then should not be issue.
Yusuf shot himself, that's how well the problem is handled.
And there's kind of just an idle nose crunch of like, oh. Handled is handled, I suppose.
Becca's probably going to want to crash here for a while, and she's gotten attached to this lot. So don't mind that.
He gives a hand wave. She is her own person. She does as she likes. So long as she is safe. Why
She will
should I
be.
mind?
Just nods, like, just keeping you in the loop.
Another nod.
I better go and tell her the good news.
He's hopefully still asleep. So he just kind of steps aside,
Just
moves out of the way of the door.
Yeah, just nod respectfully, Just open the door very gently.
Yeah, he lets you go in. He actually probably follows you because it's fucking cold outside. He goes and plunks down on the couch, just has himself a sit, pulls off the ridiculous galoshes.
Walks to Hazel's room, opens it very gently.
then yes, there's a bedroom there. And I need to get a picture again. I had to change it out. One moment. And yeah, she's there. Dead asleep.
He'll gently sit down in the bed and just say, "Hey."
And I mean, it'll take the little shoulder jostle and a bit to get her stirred up. She finally kind of blinks a few times. So, hey, what's up? Is something wrong?
I got good news.
What?
Ambrose got a place.
Oh,
And you're safe to go get your brother.
I am?
Yeah,
You sure?
they're gone.
How gone? They just disappear or something?
We'll say it like that.
Are we sure?
Oh, we're sure. Building's on fire. Yosef's dead. His main boss is dead.
Oh,
They're all
God.
dead.
She starts kind of pulling herself up a little bit, still trying to kind of bundle the blanket. What happened? You okay?
I'm fine. Took care of it. Like we told you. Like I told you.
Oh. So they're really gone, like all of them. They're just gone.
One or two stragglers, but they're going to be running for miles and miles after what happened.
Well, he just kind of leans into him. Gives him a hug. It's sleepy, so it's not full strength. It's just hooks the arm around him, gives him a squeeze. So we're really safe to just go?
Yeah.
Oh,
I didn't want to bring you to collect your brother because I didn't know if they'd have anybody watching him.
yeah. I mean, I was worried about it.
So, with all of them wiped out, it's not a concern anymore.
Oh. Like sits back, kind of rubbing her forehead, trying to just put everything together.
Ambrose has got a place just out of state.
Really?
Well, yeah. Wheelchair accessible, suited for people with disabilities. Bit bare bones, but
Oh, that's perfect.
like I promised.
Yeah. Yeah, like you promised. She's just like nodding along. It's one of those things where she's still half awake and she's trying to decide whether or not she's crying about it. A little overwhelmed. Holy shit, so it's over.
Yeah. For you it is, yeah.
What about you?
I can't leave. I got people to take care of.
Yeah, of course. Just nodding. Yeah. Okay. She finally starts waking up enough that, like, she gets kind of teary eyed and, like, lunges up and hugs him around the neck. Gives him a good squeeze.
I'll still be able to visit on the weekends.
Thank you.
No need.
There is. Thank you so much.
There isn't a need to thank me.
How could I not? You've gonna help me get him out? Pay off that hospital bill? Found me a place to stay? These people away from me? Thank you, anyways. Even if you don't want it.
Nod. I'll let me know when you get up and running. I'll come by.
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
If you'll have me.
Yeah. Like I
All right.
said, on weekends.
Nod. I'll give you a couple of hours to settle yourself before you go get your brother.
Yeah. Kind of like slumps back a little. The hand like runs back through the dreads. She still looks kind of dazed. Still also looks kind of teary eyed, like she's just trying to put it all together. God, what time is it?
It's like 8 o'clock in the morning.
Holy shit. Yeah. Yeah, I'll be up before too long. I'm ready to go.
Just nods. You've got a phone, so I want your phone call away.
Yeah.
Just tell me when you're all settled and I'll come up.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll give you a call.
Nods.
And yeah, she just looks kind of dazed.
I give some time to process. He stands up and starts to walk out.
She'll hold on to his hand for a second.
He'll look back.
You didn't have to help me.
I did.
I know you did, but you didn't have to.
We all have to do things we don't have to do. We all have to do it in ways that we don't want to do. And it needed to be done. I'm not a good man. But just take you away from all that.
Still
I
did a
didn't
good
have to.
thing.
I didn't have to be.
I guess not.
Just go and live your life. Make something of it.
I will.
I'll see you when I can.
Yeah. Just more kind of dazed nodding. Yeah.
Get some sleep. You're gonna need it.
You know how far away this place is?
Not that far.
Okay.
Enough that you can comfortably start a life with.
Okay. Yeah. I'll get up and get a shower.
Get some rest.
Sure.
You look dead off your feet and we've got plenty of time.
It's more kind of still out of it, nodding.
You staying?
Staying where?
Kind of gives the fingertips an idle squeeze. Just for a minute until I go back to sleep.
Sure.
Yeah, she finally nests back down under the blanket. Doesn't even necessarily make you get under it with her. Just kind of seems to want you to be there. Curls up next to you.
He does, yeah.
And yeah, I mean, to be fair, it's a lot to process and a lot to take in, but she's still pretty out of it. And it's only so long before she's back asleep again.
Yeah, he just gently stands up and puts the blanket over her again and pecks her on the top of the head and walks back into the house towards Becca.
All right. Bill, are you doing anything besides wildly patrolling, by the way?
No, I'm trolling, man.
Patrolling. All right. And Tom, buddy. Ooh. As I click through 80 things. You head back into the house. And the Becca is ever present. It's actually sitting on the top step of, like, the main staircase. Just smoking.
Come on, we're going to bed. He just walks past her.
Just gonna shove Heidi off to one side.
We use your room.
Don't want to get a room now. Grinning.
Yeah. I don't want to wake Heidi.
Bet you fucking don't. Yeah, she hops up, still smoking, kind of trails along with him.
Yeah, you don't need to know what happens after this.
Who needs a bed when you have any flat surface? All right. Would you guys like to accomplish anything else?
I had a goddamn plan. No.
All right. I'm going to kill this then. Jesus Christ.